Okay, we are live, so here's the intro. Okay, we are live now. Starting a new game with a mostly new crew. I think Erdak, son of Erdak's the only returning character that was in some of our other videos. Is that correct? Or do we have some other?
Seems like it.
Gekvir was briefly on the very end of the whatchamacallit, the heist.
Okay, so we got 2 returning characters. Cool.
How are you speaking through the thing?
Speaking through what?
Like I hear him speaking through like Roll20 or something. I'm hearing his voice coming from my computer, even though I had the Discord on my phone.
Oh, you know what? I think I need to fix the settings. Let me do that real fast.
Yeah, it was set to broadcast, I guess. On the
yeah, there you go.
On the Roll20 game. So okay. Am I still double speaking?
No, you're not double speaking.
I fixed it. Sorry about that. This is a different game, so we don't screw anything up. Is Pata on? He said he had to step away for a minute. Okay, so.
Whoops! Sorry about that. I forgot that I had muted myself. To give a brief recap, because we kind of did some of this as a play-by-post in Discord. A brief recap of where we're starting. The colonist ship Outlander, carrying skilled passengers and supplies, for some reason put down on the remote planet of Srilur, I don't know how to pronounce that, en route to their destination, and sent up a distress beacon not long after. The company who sponsored their colony has offered the ship as a reward for recovering their cargo and learning what you can of the passengers' fate. They have offered to transport you to the location in exchange for your assistance in recovery and security operations. The beacon that was sent up was active for less than an hour before being turned off. What's that?
I can do security.
Yes. That's probably security is going to be a big part of your job, depending on how the negotiations go. So you guys have been in hyperspace for about 2 weeks, making the 15 days was the total journey time. There was some crafting going on. I know the what's his name? Not Jaquel, the other J name. Oh no, Jaquel was doing some training with you guys, and kind of working on hand signals and stuff to try and give you some ability to communicate over distances silently, as long as you had line of sight. So that kind of went on during the transit, and then some crafting of gear. And I don't know what the rest of you guys were doing. Erdak or who's the Ketcam, what are you playing this week?
I am playing Augie. I don't know what exactly it's the ferret-like creature, the Solarian. I don't know how to pronounce it.
So, now would be a good time to introduce our characters, since almost everyone's new, and including the 2 returning characters. If you can, go ahead and place your character inside the ship. The ship we're actually on is actually a little bit longer than this, but it's the shuttle.
Yeah. Do I need to drag that over, or did you already do it?
I moved the players over. So you want to start, Kit Cam, with your character, and then we'll go kind of around. Wrong audio.
Sure. So as I was saying, my name is Augie. I'm a Ceylonian. My career, I decided to do warrior. My specializations are aggressor and assassin from the bounty hunters. So basically, I am just a killing, shooting, stabbing machine, as well as fairly sneaky.
I like it.
I am playing Erdak, son of Erdak, and I went into the specializations of soldier, and then I went to commando, and so I basically put everything into making my character good at tanking stuff and making him good at dealing damage, whether it be with a melee weapon, with his big great sword that's on his back, or with his fists.
And what species is your character?
He is a Trandoshan.
Okay. I guess I can go next. All right. My character, this is Jeff or Zombre, and I am playing CDE TX-98. And I use Hero Forge because Hero Forge is really great with the color additive. So we've been using Hero Forge a lot to make tokens. So can't really tell on the Hero Forge, but he is a tactical droid from the CIS. He's actually from the OGEM system in the Western Reaches, where in a previous adventure, the Transmission Adventures, is where the PCs met a bunch of the droids in a droid factory that was reminiscent of the Clone Wars. And so he was part of a batch of 100 tactical droids that were created to kind of search the galaxy for some intel on the different factions at play, who has powers, who might make good allies, as well as a new home base, because they feel that the OGEM system has been, the base there has been compromised. So they're looking for a new place. And one of the rumors that they've heard spacers talking about is a place called Droid World. So that's something of interest as well, because that's supposedly a sanctuary, but he doesn't have a whole lot of information to go off on there. So that's one of the things he's looking for. And
Not sponsored by Hero Forge.
no, we're not sponsored by Hero Forge. Okay, and then during the his special item, or his signature item, because we're using night rules, was a droid he crafted. So okay, every time I hold shift and I drag that, it just spaces it. Okay, so anyway, so he made a droid, B2-BX, made from parts of B2 battle droid as well as a BTX commander droid. So he used the parts that were on hand to create a protector type droid, because my CDE TX-98 is a tactician droid and a droid technician and slicer, so not really combat. So this is his weapon. I guess that leaves Will's character. Oh, and our other.
Yes, gag.
So who's going next?
I'll go last.
Okay. So I am Evan, and I am once again going to be playing Gekvir Heck, the Geonosian fighter pilot. He is the Force and Destiny warrior playing a Starfighter Ace and Shicho Knight. He is built to be both a pilot and a lightsaber fighter, eventually at least. And I guess his signature item is a kind of, well, currently a surprise to most folks, but he did, his signature item was a lightsaber pistol that he just on the trip here finished constructing his lightsaber for.
Ooh, lightsaber. Sounds fun.
Right, and then Jakel's the last one.
So Jakel is a human. Technically, he's a Mandalorian human, but he's not part of the Mandalorian culture. He was found by a Jedi Knight that was on a mission with some ARC troopers during the Clone Wars, and the intention was to take him back to the temple for training because he was young enough. But then Order 66 happened, and it kind of threw everything into a loop. Luckily, the mission they were on, those clones were in comm blackouts. It was a squad of ARC troopers, so they couldn't go back. The Jedi couldn't go back, so he was kind of raised in hiding, with the ARC troopers being his uncles and the Jedi Knight being his father figure.
So many Force-sensitive people.
And we got some clones and droids from the Clone Wars. So we got kind of a Clone Wars family reunion.
Though he isn't open about that, he never went into training with a lightsaber or anything like that. By career, he is a war leader clone officer.
Okay.
Cool.
Is that it? That's everyone, I think. So you guys are kind of pulling in after 15 days in hyperspace. You're on your final approach to the planet and kind of pinpointing the last known location of that signal.
And Jaquel is training some hand signals. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, basically, if you guys ever seen military movies, things like that, he's teaching everybody the hand and arm signals for, stop, take cover, being able, like, if you see an enemy or something, form up on me, things like that, so he can kind of do that stuff without having to come over the comms or, saying it out loud on the battlefield. So very sort of tactical military training is what he's trying to impart here.
Erdek was able to learn those hand signals very well. Very easily. Because he already learned them before. Well, if Imperial training, if Imperial hand signals are the same as clone hand signals.
I would think they would pretty much be, because they kind of took the training from the clones and integrated it into the Imperial stuff.
Okay.
And subsequently, anybody that takes part in that for the next 24 hours will get a boost check to all their discipline checks.
Sweet.
All right, so as you guys are approaching the planet, Captain Ellen Garrett, the captain of the Freedom Kappa shuttle, is coming over the intercom, saying we're making contact with the planet shortly. We've isolated the location of the distress signal. It seems that there is some wreckage there. We're going to move a little bit closer to determine whether or not that's the wreckage of the Outlander or not. And you can see the two gunners on her crew, Zabrak brother and sister, Rosu and Rastia, look up and kind of start getting their stuff together in case they have to move out.
Ooh.
And shortly, you can kind of see the ship transitioning into atmosphere, and you can kind of see out some of the places where you'd be able to view the outside. That there is actual breathable air outside the ship as you're coasting over what looks like a pretty arid region of the planet, very deserty. There are kind of trenches dug through this dry, arid earth. And as the ship kind of starts to slow, you can see. Let me see. I'm going to pull you guys over so that you can see what's outside. This is kind of an area. You see some wreckage over here, and you can see kind of this system of trenches through this hard-packed, red, dry earth. You can see a small cave off to the side of the wreckage as the ship kind of does a pass over. All right, we're making preparations to land. Would you guys, the co-pilot kind of strides out of the bridge. Would you guys like to put down here? Do you want to put down a little bit further off and hike in?
Let's get a little bit of distance, I think.
I would concur. There is a higher probability in being a little further away from the ship we want to investigate.
All right. Well, I'll relay that to the captain, and we'll be making our landing within the next couple of minutes. And he heads back over to the bridge. And I'm going to switch us back to the ship for now until we hop off.
Okay. Urdak will get his great sword out and start sharpening it.
And Jaquel will once more again, real quick, go over those hand and arm signals, and that's when I was gonna apply that role that I did for that discipline boost die to act for the next 24 hours. If you're good with that. If you want me to make another roll, I can.
Did you already made a roll in Discord? That's fine.
Oh, we need to roll Destiny.
Oh yeah, everybody roll Destiny real quick before we get started.
And obligation.
Oh yeah, so I need to roll a D100.
Yep. Oh wait,
Did we clear the Destiny pool?
Yeah, I cleared it. 75. So I don't have the chart. That's gonna hit somebody, right?
Yeah, most likely.
So there's 6 of us. Did everyone take 10 additional obligation to get extra credits or experience?
Not my character.
Nope.
Okay, so I don't think that does hit us then.
All right, so you guys are in the clear on obligation. Ooh,
That's-
not
so how many?
short for that.
So how many people did not take it? We got 2 people that did not take additional.
Yeah, seems like it.
Okay, so 60 is the max we have then. 60 is the max obligation.
Oh, well,
So
thank
no one
you,
has
Jaquel.
obligation.
Wait, are any of the Force users here like really strong so that like they give us light side just by existing?
No, that's over 71, and you start at 50. Well, I guess you could if you didn't take any XP or credits with the morality thing, but no.
No, I took the morality for extra XP.
Oh, yeah, I just left mine as it was. Actually, that's a good point. I did have to look. Ignore me.
B2BX, be prepared. Protect me at.
Yeah, I took a 10 XP extra. So
after scouting the
Right.
region, the captain sets down on kind of a rock formation nearby, so you get a little bit of elevation from the crash in the cave.
So on the okay, so
So I put the Kappa shuttle down here on the map,
cool.
or the new shuttle. I mean, I guess it's Kappa.
Yeah, it's Kappa, even though it says new, but we're proxying it.
It's a little bit longer, so I just stretched it now.
Urdak has his sword out, ready just in case.
B2BX has his well, it's not a vibro, it's just a regular sword and shield equipped. CDTX98 is equipped with his shield as well.
Jaquel just pops the pistol out of his integrated holsters, then he'll reach back, pop a recon remote from it'll detach from his pack, and then a little circular ball will detach from the other side and start sort of going around him.
So because my greatsword has a defensive 1 on it, I'll now have a 3 defense for melee.
Can you just update your token then? The
Yeah.
fist. All right.
Yes,
All right, you
and
guys
Augie's gonna have a interesting looking pistol pop out attached to a arm on his backpack. And his hands will be free, and he'll also maybe have an explosive of some sort in his hand.
That is a very highly useful and effective way of doing things. I admire. CDETX says to your character.
All right,
Thank
so as
you.
you guys are kind of climbing. Oh, sorry. As you guys are climbing down the ramp, Captain Garrett just kind of approaches and says, "We did a quick scan of the area. There are some there are a couple of life forms in the cave. No life forms detected in the wreckage.
There is a 67.636976356738621 probability that there are hostiles in that cave.
That was just going to be my question, if we could tell if these life forms were friendlies or hostiles.
In my opinion, as a tactical droid, that we should treat and tread as if they are all hostile.
Oh, I have a question. Would the hand signals give us like a blue on stealth stuff?
My two droid, my main character and B2BX have a comm integrated into their chassis, so they can actually communicate to each other without making a noise.
Yeah. So would the hand signals since we don't have to talk, would the hand signals give us a boost to stealth?
I
think what I did was I gave Jaquel a choice of whether they wanted to put it toward initiative or toward stealth.
We can put it towards stealth if that's what you want to do, but more
I
so
mean,
what I was.
I don't think we should.
My thought with it was, we can communicate while still in stealth without taking the chance of them hearing us talking, because we don't need to talk for limited stuff.
I should warn you guys. I don't think we should do stealth because my character has 1 green in stealth.
But if I'm being honest, it was also so for if Jaquel tells people to take cover and come up with him and take cover, that they do it, because he's throwing +3 soak to anybody that takes cover with him.
Very effective.
Yes, very effective.
Maybe we shall proceed in radio silence from here until we get to the cave.
Yeah, and narratively, I'll say for the training with the hand signals, what I'll say is that you can use it as an incidental to communicate those specific messages to anyone within line of sight. So, you can say, take cover here, without having to say it out loud and without having to do any kind of. You can do it as an out of turn kind of incidental.
Okay, and narratively, it's building on when I get field commander that I can get people to do maneuvers out of turn, and I can relay what I want them to do with said maneuvers narratively, where that's going. Like if they're out in the open and I want them to get back in cover type thing. Field commander, get your ass back here. Or get back here.
And as you guys are talking about treating them as hostiles, the captain does say, just remember to confirm that they're not the survivors of the crew before you open fire.
How many lifetimes are in there?
Do you have a manifest of crew members and photos or descriptions?
Yes, I can provide that information. And she hands you a data pad with a few brief files. There's
how many life signals are in there?
There are 2 life signals in the cave. The crew that are on the manifest, let's see, there are 4 people who look exactly the same. Captain Jex, Null, there's, we'll say, Null 3 and Null 7. And then there's a Kaminoan named Khalsa.
Okay, this information will be useful. Anyone that looks like these 3, do not engage, as he points to BX or B2BX.
As this is going, as we're getting here, Gex is going to move over here closer to the edge of the cliff, and he's going to lay down, pull out his sniper rifle, and kind of start looking through the scope towards the cave and see what he can see.
You can roll a perception, and I'm sure that you probably, if you have an optic, it probably gives you some sort of bonus to that.
You have an optic?
I do.
Yeah.
TX98 and B2BX will be walking around looking for the safest, easiest section to get down from this cliff.
So the telescopic sight on here reduces the difficulty of combat checks at long and extreme range. Could we say that also applies to perception checks?
I feel like
Yeah, I'll say that you can make perception checks on a targeted area, like the mouth of the cave, for example, or the wreckage, without penalties for range.
Okay. What's the difficulty going to be, and will there be any black dice due to the darkness?
Let's see.
Well, it's their darkness in the first place.
Would you guys like to use cover of darkness? So you guys kind of can decide how you want to come in. If you want to use cover of darkness, you can wait till dark. I would say it's probably late afternoon right now. So you can move around in daylight, or you can kind of wait for the cover of darkness. Up to you.
You said
I'm
you are
happy.
not very stealthy, so we might as well get things going.
Personally, I'm a fan of doing things in the light where we can see.
Yes, I too am not equipped for darkness.
Okay, so what's the difficulty of the perception check?
I'll say it's a. It's not. So you have the scope. I'd say probably easy.
Ooh, 1 purple.
I believe in the dream.
Come on, you can do it. You can do it. That's
Ooh.
unlucky.
I cannot do it.
Or you do not see anything.
Yeah, so you don't. You can't kind of see anything right away. You've been kind of watching for about a minute, and nothing has kind of gone on down there while you were watching.
Okay. I'm gonna use that advantage to kind of get into a good, comfortable, steady position here then, and can I use that to give them a boost on their stealth as they're crossing or something like that?
My character is looking for an easier spot to climb down the cliff, so if you want to pass a boost to someone, maybe you weren't looking at the cave because you were being distracted by, hey, that might actually be a good area to try and climb down without falling.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead and either roll athletics to try and get down, or roll like a survival or perception to find a good path to take.
What would be the difficulty for the athletics?
The athletics without like a good path to take, I'll say, will be 3.
3? Okay.
Can I do perception to look for a path that might be more like a ramp versus a cliff area?
Okay.
Yes, with I'll say with successes on your perception or survival, you can reduce that difficulty.
Because I'm able to get down, I will, and I get down pretty easily. I will. Jeffrey's character is able to see a better place to go down than where I did. So I'll use 2 of my things to give him a blue.
Okay, so yeah, you can have I guess 2 boosts to
Yeah.
your check to find a good path.
All right. What's the difficulty? Is it 3 as well?
Yeah, we'll say it's a difficulty 3, and each success will reduce the athletics difficulty by 1.
All right. So, is it a 1 purple athletics?
Yes, you've reduced the athletics difficulty for the rest of the group down to 1 purple.
All right. I only get 1 green. So
That was actually pretty lucky.
but B2-BX is a very strong droid, and I can speak binary to my character could speak binary to it. So could my droid assist my character in getting down?
Yeah, if he has a high enough encumbrance, he might actually be able to carry you down.
That he does, because I left Is the ship coming back for us?
Right now, the ship is waiting in this position, but they're kind of ready to pick up and take off if you don't come back within a certain time frame. But they do have a comms channel you can reach them on. Does anyone have a communicator?
I do. It's built into
I
my
do as well.
And they also give you the captain kind of tosses Jaquel a what looks like kind of a remote of some kind. It's got like a clicker on the top, and she says, "This is in case you guys get into trouble. Just click this. You can either leave it where you found trouble or keep it on your person if you're able to. We should be able to home in on that."
All right, sounds like a plan.
And can Augie go ahead and look around where he is standing and just make note of a possible path to get down for future reference? He doesn't want to get down right now. He's going to be the last one to get down. He wants to make sure everybody safely gets to the cave entrance before he starts kind of making a large race across.
So do you want to find an alternate path down, or do you want to? Because TX already found one path down. That's going to be a one purple roll to use. Are you trying to find a different path so you can come from a different angle?
Yeah, potentially. Where is on the map the point that he had already found?
That is right here. It's kind of braced on either side by a narrow crevice, so you can kind of slide down without too much danger. You guys can you guys see where I'm pinging?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, so that's where the primary kind of descent was pointed out. You can try and find somewhere. You can try and find someone from a different angle if you want.
Okay.
We'll just be leaning on the rock, waiting for people.
Yeah,
so,
and Erdak just kind of dropped down on the steep cliff face with just sheer climbing ability right here.
Okay, yeah, I want to just look around and see if I can see anything kind of in the immediate vicinity of where I'm standing at this moment.
All right, so you can make a perception or survival check.
All right, survival or perception.
So, what Jaquel's going to do, picking up what? How do you say your name? Gekvir, is that it?
Yes.
Picking up what Gekvir's putting down. He's experienced with this. He's assuming he's getting in a sniper position here, correct?
Right.
Jaquel, while everybody else is figuring out alternate ways around, he wants to take the time to build a blind partially around Gekvir so it gives him some concealment.
Oh, a sniper's nest.
All right. So, yeah, you can use survival for that.
I can't remember what book has that in it, but yeah, it's survival or...
Yeah, it's 2 purple. 2 purple.
What's going to be the difficulty on my check for the alternate way down?
What did I say, 3 for TX?
You said 1 purple.
No, for TX, I think it was 3 for TX to be able to do it.
Originally, yeah. 3 was the original.
It's so sad that the...
Yeah, I was gonna say Evan can boost you, Jaquel, because you're building the blind, but he can kind of assist. So you have 2 boost dice.
Okay.
Well, I guess I will be bringing my workbench and computer console off the ship because there's a chance we won't see the ship again.
All right, so Augie, you get kind of if you have a way that you want to use that advantage, you can. You're not able to find a better path down. You can see some spots where you could climb using athletics, but it's not going to be any easier than Erdak's climb.
Okay, all right, then I'll probably just go down the way Erdak came then. later when I'm ready.
I wonder
All right.
if we all lock hands and we lower each other down, would that assist? Like if someone gets down and then they help lower the next person down, and then those people help lower the next one, would that make it easier?
Yeah, I mean, you can definitely use the whatever you generate from that roll to add to assistance. If you're using kind of the hand linking method, I'll say that you can even use excess successes to create boost.
Could
Or
we
if you
also
send your-
could if we have the encumbrance to like carry them, could we like help with that?
Yeah, as long as they're lightweight and they're not like fully encumbered. Like I know that like I don't think TX is carrying a whole lot, and
He
his
is now.
Oh,
He's not carrying. He's
carrying
placed.
your
He's
tools.
he's brought his equipment next to him, and so he'll have to move. They'll have to move it because they don't know if they'll see the ship again. So he's got the workbench and the computer console with him.
Okay. And you could, if you had like rope or something like that, you could lower that without having to climb with it. But I don't know if you do.
No.
So what is Get going to spend the triumph on?
That gives it the fortification itself like an extra actual armor point, basically.
Oh, so it like survives better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna let
borderline
you
pillbox at this point.
I was gonna let you spin the triumph, and I think I'll spin the 2 advantages.
Could you like spend the 2 advantages to make it so that he gets a blue whenever he stealths in there, or is that
that's already inbuilt in the blind. When you have the blind, you have actually 3 boosts.
So how far down is the cliff? Because I'm debating on just falling and taking the damage and then repairing the damage.
It's enough to screen you from the caves below. I'll say probably at the lower points, it's about 15 feet. At the higher points, it's probably about 25 to 30.
So it's not really that much.
So the part where I found for 1 purple got the lower 1 purple. That's probably about 15 feet high.
Yeah, and it's more of a steep, gravelly slope between 2 kind of parts of cliff, so it's not as much of a straight downfall.
Okay, is anyone going down yet, other than Erdak going up and down?
Is this thing a straight drop, or is it like a climb? Like, how difficult is this?
He said it's 1 purple now because my character found the slope.
not dice difficulty. Like, I'm talking about, is it a cliff? Is it just a steep in-grade? What
I can like slide.
incline?
It's cliff in most places, but with that survival check, TX was able to find a place where it was like a steep, gravelly slope. Probably like very steep, 45 degrees or steeper, but less of a fall, more of a slide.
I'm looking for a fall specifically.
So fall specifically would be where the sniper position is. That's on the edge of a cliff, or where Urdak went down, like anywhere along this side out to here.
Okay, yeah, I'll go back of the sniper position, so if I'm seen when I'm going down, they think that's where I'm coming from when we've already got a person up front, and jump and activate my grab stuff to float down.
Falling
All right.
spiral, I see.
So who's actually going down now? We got Urdak. TX, are you going down with your droid?
I will go down after some people go down and see if watching them really closely to see if he can pick up any techniques that would help him when he's ready to descend.
Okay, alternately, where the spot you found going down, since it's kind of a slide as well, you could use coordination if that's better.
Is that agility?
Probably is better. Yeah, that's agility.
No, my agility's 1.
Oh,
All right.
never mind. I thought you just put. I just thought brawn was just your dumb stat, but apparently it's brawn and agility.
Oh, it's a droid. All stats start off as 1 for a droid.
Yeah.
So don't have a lot. You got to have a couple that are at 1. All right. So did anyone else go down? Make a roll to go down.
Yeah, Jaquel, he floated down.
All right. So my equipment, my character's equipment is going to be split between him and B2 at BX, and I guess he'll speaks binary to have B2 BX go down. So no one else is going down.
So I would say that if you need the boost, you could alternately you can have B2 BX carry everything and take a black die, and you can get a boost die.
Okay.
Augie's going down last and all that stuff.
Yeah,
And I
I'm gonna be
suppose-
one of the last ones down.
And I suppose I will attempt a stealth roll since I didn't have to do a roll to go down. Not that I'll succeed very well, but hey.
I mean, you can't fail more than I can.
Okay, this is for B2 BX to go down.
I can imagine myself getting
All right.
so many despairs.
Luckily, he's adversary, so he has strain.
Ooh, an adversary. That's pretty cool.
I mean, nemesis. My bad.
Oh, that's even cooler. So PCs can't get the adversary trait?
Nope.
Oh, man. Oh, that would have been cool to have.
You can simulate it with a force power, though.
Ew.
I think.
Or
What
with
is it? Just the
sidestep.
upgrading the. Yeah, you can use sense to upgrade incoming attack difficulty.
Or sidestep or dodge. There's a bunch of things to upgrade.
Yeah, that's a lot of force stuff.
No, sidestep and dodge. Neither one are force stuff.
They aren't.
Doing it for free is pretty overpowered. Wouldn't be broken on a PC.
Yeah.
I thought those things came from force classes.
Sidestep isn't necessarily force. I think like smugglers and stuff get it too.
No.
Bodyguard as well.
What's that difficulty if I want to attempt a stealth roll though? So
Let me
roll.
check. I don't think they are expecting company.
I mean, I can.
Oh man.
I mean, would it be better for me just to?
All right,
Would
he
be
did
better
it.
if I just didn't attempt the stealth?
All right, so anyone watching CDE TX98 slowly going down, like really, really slowly going down with no equipment on him because B2BX took it down. He can pass a boost to the next person that goes down because he was going really slow. So
Augie's our last
see. So I'll say the stealth is going to be one green or one purple, one red.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not. Or that. Yeah.
Okay, Augie will go ahead and make the attempt to go down the same path that B2BX and them took.
Yeah. So that's gonna be one purple for you. Oh, and you can also use coordination if you wish, because yeah.
So B2BX gets a yellow and a green for stealth.
I get a green. I think it'd be better if I just didn't stealth at all.
It also depends on how you guys are approaching because you do have terrain you can use to your advantage.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try to stealth because that would just end up being worse for the group.
Wow. So I literally got absolutely nothing. No successes, no failures, no advantages.
Well,
Yeah.
that's a failure basically.
Yeah.
So does she take a wound or what?
I'll say because it was kind of a slide.
Strain
She-
damage?
It's like
Yeah, I would
strain.
say strain more than wounds. So we'll say since you didn't get excess failures, we'll say one strain.
Ow, my tail.
Okay, work.
You were grinding your teeth, like trying not to scrape your whole legs and arms and damage anything getting down.
So seeing as how we got the sniper guy up there, everybody else seems to not be good at stealth. I think I'm going to try to use the terrain and make my way to the crashed ship itself.
All right. Yeah. So you can roll if you're kind of trying to use what's out there to get to conceal you from the cave, then you can add a boost to your stealth.
Okay.
Oh, I
Yeah,
already
Jakel
rolled the
already
stealth
did the-
with.
You can just roll the boost then.
I'm not worried about it. It's just a strain that's there. That's the
Yes.
only thing it's going to get rid of.
All right. Yeah. So you with 5 successes, you're able to pretty easily get to that ship wreckage.
And then just kind of using that as cover. And I think I'm going to take my recon remote and send it on closer to the cave to try to see if it can get a better look inside. Not sending it in, but sort of high and up here. Since it's a flying thing.
Okay, Og's gonna make his way over towards the ship as well.
I will to this side.
Difficulty you said was gonna be what? And I'm gonna be stealthing to get over.
One purple, one red. And so, yeah, if you're using the ship's silhouette to mask you from the cave mouth, you get 1 boost die.
Yeah, 1 blue.
While they're doing this, TX98 is going to have B2BX dig a hole to hide the workbench and the computer console. And
Wouldn't that get dust in it and ruin it?
no, it won't ruin it. Nothing a computer, a mechanics check can't fix.
Oh, okay.
It would take a mechanics check to clean out, but I mean, it's not. It's Star Wars. Look at all the stuff that works in the desert on Tatooine. Talk about a dust trap.
So Augie's just not having a good day today.
No, I'm not. And I'm like, I don't understand because I'm like, I have so many dice and there's not a whole lot of bad dice. And I'm like, I can't.
As Augie's going to pass me, I'm going to kind of give the signal to back up just a bit. You don't have to move the token, but just narratively, I'm trying to help out with that roll if I can.
Oh, you're giving her another blue?
If he'll allow it.
Or he doesn't want them to target him when they target Augie. Make sure you stay back at least 5 to 10 feet.
Since you did do you did get the kind of out of turn incidental thing, I'll say that you can use it for kind of a quick emergency boost.
Okay, that works. And I was just going to say, if you want to, that roll I made in the Discord, that'll burn all 3 of those advantages, sort of as an out of turn of boost one time.
Come on, Augie, you can do it.
So, Kit Kim, if you want to roll 1 extra boost and see if that helps.
This will probably be the first success she's had.
You were successful.
All right, so yeah, you managed to. You were kind of about to walk over a spot that Jakel avoided earlier because of all the loose kind of scree and rock, and Jakel waved you off, and you managed to kind of skirt around it as well and avoid making that mistake.
Urdak will wait for when everyone's ready, and then once everyone's ready, he'll wait for the signal to go into the cave, so that if something is in there, he'll be able to get a surprise on it.
Okay, so you just kind of since you came out of sight of the cave mouth, you just kind of avoided going into line of sight at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so he's only having B2BX bury the slicer computer console because he can have everything else on him. He has enough encumbrance to have everything else on him.
Okay.
But yeah, I'll send the recon remote forward. It doesn't have an answer for darkness or setback from darkness, but it's kind of like using my perception at a distance away, because I'm basically looking at it through a little display screen as seeing what it's seeing.
Okay.
He's playing
go
with
ahead,
the
Carl.
RC car.
So I don't know if you want me to do any sort of perception or whatever, but yeah, I'm sending it up kind of to the mouth of the cave, not in plain view of it, just sort of up a little bit, to where
So
it
like
can partially see in but can't be
So
seen.
would that be another stealth roll?
Yeah, how big is it?
It's the size of an apple, a space apple.
Yeah, it's tiny.
A space apple.
Have you seen those droids that Darth Maul has? It's a little smaller than those. Those little floating things.
Oh yeah, those things.
It's basically a drone with a camera, a small drone with a camera.
All right, yeah. So I'll say it's with your stealth check. I don't think there's an additional one needed for that. You can just roll your perception.
Okay, what difficulty you want that at? And keep in mind, if it's dark in there, I would probably have setbacks because it doesn't have optics to remove that stuff.
The recon remote, if it's the recon remote, says it does have a bunch of stuff allowing it to see in dark.
Oh, the recon remote does say that.
Yeah, if that's what you have, it's in its description. It has a whole suite of optics, including a night vision and heat. I think it says heat as well, so you shouldn't have any penalties for using it.
I think it said heat, but I missed the part where it said night vision. So
yeah, so they had a whole optics suite in it because that's. I mean, my other character Necro Tecro has a small minion group of them.
All right, so you can kind of we'll say actually difficulty 1 for this, so 1 purple.
okay.
Could Erdek give like? Oh wait, never mind. No need.
It's almost as if I was made for what we're doing here, huh?
So you can see into the cave. You see 2 silhouettes, kind of, and the reason they're so easy to see is there's like an electronic light in there. There's a couple of like sets of bedding in there. Probably, I would say 7 or 8, like just a campsite sized for about 7 or 8 people, but there's only 2 people in it.
What do
And
the 2 people look like?
Do they
how
seem to
close are
be
you
humanoid shape?
yeah, it's probably about I'd say 20 feet in from the mouth of the cave. They're sitting in there, kind of watching the entrance occasionally, but not. Their guard is somewhat down. If you watch them for more than a minute or so, they glance toward the entrance every once in a while. They're just kind of playing sabacc. A couple of weapons leaned against the table. It looks like from you see a. I guess they wouldn't be like. Yeah, one of them's got like a heavy suit of armor, but his helmet's off, and you can see kind of a face that still has kind of some plating on it. So you think it might be some sort of cybernetic armor. And you see also actually more than 2. There's actually 4 in there because one of them's a group. You see 3 Weekway also sitting in there.
So they look like none of the dudes that we came to rescue. Is that correct?
None of them are human. No.
Okay.
You came looking for 4 humans and a Kaminoan.
A chameleon. Okay. God damn! I can't believe the chameleon set him up. So
I'll relay that information over comm to the party because I'm assuming we're far enough away where using our comm links they're not going to hear us.
And also, who's got like piloting and knowledge of ships?
Our sniper.
Yeah.
Gek, this is not the ship that you're looking for.
It isn't? Oh, we're probably
the ship that they're huddled behind is not the ship.
I was going to ask.
You're looking for I think it's a Wayfarer class freighter, and this is a much smaller ship.
Could that ship fit into the mouth of the cave?
Yeah, I mean, what's left of it is pretty trashed, but what's left of it probably could be.
I mean, the ship we're looking for.
Oh no, not at all.
Then I feel like we should not have to be here then.
Kind of the same.
But
Yeah.
This is where the initial distress beacon was pinpointed to, though.
I mean,
Okay.
we can interrogate them and stuff.
We need
Politely ask for directions, of course.
more information so that my calculations on where to find the ship are more accurate. Right now, it's insufficient data.
So we could just go in being
You
friendly.
said Weequay, and what other species was in here?
Difficult to tell from the amount of cybernetics visible above its powered armor.
It's probably a gank.
Are you describing it to us? BT.
Yeah, I mean, that
B2,
might tell you something about it, just the amount of cybernetics you see.
B2BX can do a xenology roll if you are describing what you see.
I mean, I guess so. My main thing was trying to figure out if anybody speaks any of these species languages that are in here, in case for some weird reason none of them speak Basic.
How about I said B2BX up? B2BX has xenology and might be able to.
Yeah, let's send it to the droid.
All right, so he'll have to go over there. So I buried the they buried the computer console, so I put like a little computer with a mask on it. So it's using B2BX's stealth with a speaks binary.
So I'll put Urdak here, like outside the mouth of the cave, and they start running. So if they start running out and shooting him, I'll be able to hit him with my sword.
So B2BX will use the terrain. So what's his stealth difficulty?
Let's see. What did I say the stealth difficulty was? 1 purple, 1 red, and you get a boost.
All right,
if you're using the ship's silhouette.
Okay, and then
that gives the boost.
All right, and then TX98 is speaking binary to tell him go over there, use the ship, all that other stuff. He's giving him all this tactical and way too much information, but all right, here we go, stealth.
And also, occasionally, now that you have eyes on the cave tunnel or the cave mouth, Jaquel, the reason that there is a stealth roll is because occasionally one of them walks back and forth to check, so you can actually time it to make it easier if you wanted.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do is probably move up to, say, sort of here, somewhere up here closer to where I can use the ship for cover, but that they'll be able to see me, so that way BX has a place to hide.
Okay.
Does are they talking loud enough for so whatever information that B2BX can see, hear, or whatever, he's going to relay that through his comm silently because it's built into his chassis to TX98's built-in comm too, and then with that, TX98 can do a skilled can do an assist so that B2-BX can use TX98's intelligence with his xenology roll to do anything that might be useful to the group with his xenology check.
I think the question he had in there was, can we hear them talking, right?
Yeah, yeah, either hear, see, or anything that xenology check would be useful for.
You'd be able to. How do you view what the droid sees, or the drone sees? You can probably look at the screen and see.
Yeah, but if we can't hear them, I had another stupid idea that I was about to do, which was why I was going to let BX go back to the spot I was in, because I assume that's going to be a better position to stay hidden from.
I mean, yeah, there's no reason to be aggressive with these people.
And I'm just going to, hey, you guys in there.
Hey, you guys!
Are you moving away from the hiding spot, or are you going to stay by the ship when you do that?
No. I went over to the ship. I'm basically giving up my hiding spot. I want them to see me if they come out and look, but I want to have cover via the ship.
Okay. So yeah.
But I'm purposely going to make myself known in an attempt to not let the two people that's back behind the ship hiding better be seen in case they get aggressive, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so yeah, let's see.
Urdak is here just waiting. If they come out of the cave shooting, then Urdak will just cut them down.
I will move. You can see
It is the gank.
you can see a few of these guys moving to the mouth of the cave, the Weequay and the gank. Weapons kind of drawn and held at like a low 45.
What BT or B2-BX would like to identify the weapons? What type of weapons they have drawn? Are they ranged or melee?
Let me see. There's. Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Let me get on the objects and token layer. So the Weequay are carrying right now. They're carrying blaster carbines. They have.
He just cares what they are equipped with at the moment.
Yeah, they're carrying the blaster carbines at the low 45, and they have like pole arms strapped to their backs.
Okay, cool. And the gank, does he have a ranged weapon as well?
Yes.
Readied?
Let me see. He is carrying at the ready a heavy blaster rifle.
Good.
Okay.
Once we all see each other, Jaquel's gonna go very slowly, and where they can see it, the guys at the cave, put his pistol back into his holster.
All right, so they are going to. The first thing they're going to do is kind of look around as they get out of here.
So would they roll against the combined stealth of the group?
I mean, they're probably going to see me.
Well, they. I don't know if they have a line of sight on you right now, because they're kind of keeping back a little so they could use this cave as cover if there's more of you.
Oh, yeah.
I guess Erdak. Well,
like the
it's
camp.
not just seeing; it's listening too. So maybe Erdak might be the only hit against Erdak's stealth if they're interested. Or
I am not going to roll stealth.
no, okay.
Well, I'm trying to keep them concentrated on me. That's my intent.
All right, so we will say. Actually, I was wrong about this. They closed all the character sheets I had open, so like I had to guess on their perception. I guess they don't have any skill in it. It would have been just purple.
Oh,
It's all good. It's all good.
we still passed.
So let's see. That's just going to be 2 green. How do I just roll a stat? I don't
Just
think
put dice inside the dice pool. Oh, a stat. You click on the dice to the right, but you can just put the actual dice.
I did purple instead of-
Yeah, where you put the difficulty dice, just put the dice for their characteristics on the other side and hit the roll button.
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah, so just 2 green and.
So
the
they
purple.
got 2 success and 1
Oh,
advantage.
you didn't do any difficulty.
Oh yeah, so it's against the group's combined stealth?
I have 2 rank. My droid has 2 ranks in stealth, and then whoever has the highest agility, unless someone has more than 2 ranks.
Well, that's if we're doing the check. If they're doing the check, it's kind of dealer's call. You can roll with whoever is the lowest or whoever's the highest, but if you roll with whoever is the lowest, like, usually you're only going to see that person. If you roll with whoever is the highest, but it doesn't get combined, it's just whoever is the highest out of the group.
So this is their difficulty.
So does anyone beat a red and a yellow? I mean, a red and a green.
Not me.
The only thing I would have was be 4 purples. I have no ranks in stealth, so, but I'm not stealthing, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, so
Okay.
1 red.
I think I have higher in stealth than that. Hold on, let me look.
Yeah, Kem's is higher.
I can't remember if it was 2 or 3 though.
I have 3 dice total. I have 2 yellows and 1 green.
Okay, so hers would be the hardest one, so you'd roll against that. So you just put the difficulty. So 2 reds and a purple is the difficulty. So just there you go. Okay.
All right. So, they fail, and take 2 threat.
Can we let's see what 2 threat does.
Are they like an adversary? Like, are they nemesis or something? Because if not, wouldn't they like take a wound?
Well, we get to pick what happens, so that's why I was seeing if there's anything cool we can have happen with a 2 threat.
Their cybernetics go out and they go blind.
No. We can give them a setback to the next check, or we can give. Let's see. Hold on.
Like maybe
or
the
we can
sun's
give
in
us
their
some.
eye.
Yeah, or we can give the next person a blue on the PC side, or give them the next person on the NPC side a black. So let's give them a black.
Yeah, let's give them a black.
So the next NPC to do a roll will have a black die. We'll have a setback to it because they don't see us and they're a little distracted looking around for someone as they're as Jaquel is talking to them. They
All right.
Okay.
So I think since we're not in initiative yet, Jaquel, you had something you wanted to do, right? You wanted to try and do you actually want to try and do like a charm roll or something like that, or are you trying to act as a distraction?
No, I'm just wanting to talk to them. I'm not necessarily wanting to do any sort of roll unless it needs to get to that. But I'm just
okay.
trying to talk to them.
I was just trying to just establish whether or not you were kind of communicating or if you're actually just doing this as a distraction.
Well, I'm trying to talk to him. But after he puts the gun away, he's basically trying to look non-hostile. I'm just here. We're here looking for... Okay, so there was a distress beacon. This was the last place it was located. There was a down ship where the rescue crew. Do you guys have any information on that? And I give them the type of ship it was. You said a Wayfarer class, right?
Yeah.
Looking for a Wayfarer class ship that crashed.
They kind of look at each other and look at you, continue to look around.
And right about here is when I think to myself, what type of weapon systems does a Wayfarer have on it versus the weapon systems of this ship that I'm standing by? Could it have taken it out?
A Wayfarer has, I think, one weapon on it. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's very lightly.
What does this look? For the record, what does this look like that is taken out near us? Is this like a starfighter? Is it a small freighter?
Looks like a fighter size-wise.
Probably like a small freighter or a shuttle. Like very light.
I wonder if it's another rescue crew.
But trying to make the determination of whether whatever this ship that I'm standing by could have taken the Wayfarer out, based on, I guess, knowledge warfare, based on what I know about a Wayfarer versus looking at this ship.
B2BX, well, he can't assist you. Never mind. He's got knowledge warfare, though.
So yeah, I'd say you could roll a knowledge warfare on that.
Because now he's starting to think, okay, are these maybe the people that took it out and they're down here too? And then I don't know. But what you want me to roll? What difficulty?
We'll say it's a fairly commonly used ship. It's popular, and the answer will be fairly obvious. So I'm gonna say it's 1 purple.
How many people can fit in that ship, like the down ship right now?
Let's see.
Would it be 7 or
I
8?
didn't even really decide what it is, so I'm gonna say probably 6 crew.
Could
From the framework. What's that?
Could it fit the amount of people that have set up in the cave?
Yeah, it could probably fit not only the people in the cave, but like a few extra. But it is like you're not sure how long it's been destroyed, but it's pretty messed up.
Okay.
All right.
Could I do like a warfare check to see how long it looks like it's been crashed?
Yeah, that might be like you could do that with mechanics. You could probably do it with knowledge warfare,
What will be the
and
check
maybe like survival even.
What would be the check for knowledge warfare?
I'll say to determine how long, generally speaking, 2 purple.
2? Okay. Ah, that was what? I rolled nothing.
All right, let's move it. Let's keep going.
I'm going to say no, but he's got this nagging suspicion that this is the crew that might have taken down the other crew, so he's going to be a little bit cautious of anything that might go down.
Okay. And you can roll. What is the equivalent of sensing motives? Is that discipline?
Like, yeah, that's what you would roll to see if someone's lying, essentially, would be a discipline roll.
Yeah, so I'd say you could, since you're kind of on your guard, I would give like a discipline check against deception to see if you can kind of, if you can get a better sense of that suspicion.
Okay. You want me to do that now, or just while we're having this interaction?
Yeah, I'll say that maybe like you're exchanging guarded communication. They're like, what? You asked about the ship, right? Directly. And they're like, well, we've seen a lot of ships come through here. There's that. Are you sure it's not that one?
No, it's not that one. It's bigger than that one, and it's
All
got
right.
some cargo that we've got to recover.
So your difficulty is 2 purple for the discipline check.
And while he's talking to them, keeping their focus, Augie's going to try to get a better position on the left side of that down ship, and have some explosives ready to go if they decide that they want to get froggy.
Okay. And it's difficult. I would say that for you trying to get a read on these guys, it's very difficult to get a read on this gank because a lot of its facial structure externally
Can't
is
see his
replaced
face.
with machinery. Yeah. And even like his voice is a little bit monotone.
Look. You don't want us here. We don't want to be here. Just, do you guys have any information of what we're looking for? And then we'll be on our way. And now he's going to saying we're, so he's obviously not alone, but they haven't seen anybody else.
Yeah, I was gonna say you said us.
All right, so the he kind of motions to the weak way, and they're gonna move out of the cave mouth and kind of start looking around. At which point they probably see Urdok.
Ah, man.
And they motion that way and say, "We got another one," and they got their weapons pointed now. How many more of you are there?
Lie.
There is enough of us, but we're not here to cause any harm. We're here to look for the downed vessel and its contents. That's it.
Well, why don't the rest of you come out in the open and come out with your weapons put away?
Okay.
How about if I have? Can I tell that they've already seen Urdok?
Yeah.
Yeah, they motion toward him, and like even the gank is now kind of moving out a little bit and looking. And then
How about if I have him put his weapon away, and then you guys do the same in good faith, and the rest of us will come out without our weapons out.
Yeah, Urdak puts his sword away. Just hands up.
all right. Yeah, they still have their weapons out. Wait, let's see the rest.
Oh yeah, I'm also wearing Empire armor.
Okay.
I forgot to mention that. Oops, sorry.
It's like black.
Yeah,
Scout.
black Empire
It's like
armor.
black painted scout trooper armor, but without the helmet.
Yeah, a modified helmet.
Oh, so it looks like a storm commando.
Yeah, a black stormtrooper. Yes.
Yeah, a storm commando with a modified helmet that looks like a dragon.
Oh yeah,
They probably don't know what to make of that at all.
my dude is also super buff because he has a 6 in brawn.
The weak way all have their weapons pointed at you and say, "Why don't you throw that on the ground?"
Can Augie step out from cover and take a shot at the weak way since he's
pointing his weapon.
Yeah, you can definitely do that. So you have a surprise action, we'll say.
Hold on.
This will happen before
Are we
combat
wanting to
starts.
do that yet?
But we also have I'll say in the surprise round, Augie and Gekvir, since Gekvir was ready to take a shot, would be able to act. Urdak has put his weapon away, so you'd be able to draw it back out during the surprise round, but that would
I am a weapon.
Yeah.
So B2X would
communicated.
Yeah, B2X would try to engage too. He's at the ready with his weapons.
Okay.
I'm actually quite ready with my hands since I kind of have claws on my hands. So yeah.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like people who are ready with an action can go, but like if it's an action and a maneuver, it's not going to work. So if you have to close distance, it's not going to work.
But closing distance is fine, but you can't do an action. You do an action or a maneuver. My character's whole thing is for an intimidation factor and to freak them out.
Yeah, so you could I
could run up as close as I could.
You could run up during the surprise and be engaged to them, or be engaged with them, but you wouldn't be able to perform an action.
Okay.
And I guess Jaquel, I don't know, did Augie relay any of that or no, or is it just going to be like surprise, bitches?
It sounded like a surprise to me. So
okay,
yeah, it's
go
absolutely,
for it.
It's absolutely his thought basically is that both of these dudes are now pointing their weapons at Urdak, which in his mind is a hostile move.
It's actually 4 guys.
No, I like it. Go for it. Sometimes it's spur of the moment stuff.
Yeah, this is
out.
This is a minion group of 3, so these are actually 3 guys.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, those 3 guys then in that guard. Yeah. So he's gonna take that as they're definitely being hostile and need to be eliminated.
All right. So roll your.
Sounds like go for it.
So the 2 people who are definitely attacking are going to be, unless Gekvir wants to hold his fire.
Gekvir is about to smoke this gank.
Okay.
Could they use their blaster fire to like try to push the dude like right next to me? Like he like.
That would have to be communicated. There was no communication here, so like there's not going to be coordination. It's just going to be.
Basically, this is a surprise to the PCs as well.
Okay.
Whenever he B2BX sees them firing, that is his cue to charge. So once they both fire, he's going to charge towards the Weeklay pirate crew and get as close as he can.
Are you sure you want to do that on the surprise round? Just asking.
Yeah, he's got adversary 3. He's got range defense 1 and melee defense of 2. I'm thinking.
Yeah, he buff.
All right, so yeah, let's see, let's get attacks from Augie and Gank or Gek.
Does the gank have adversary or anything, or any defense?
The icons are on him. The icons are on him. So the fist is melee. The rifle is ranged, and the number indicates how many. So he's got 1 ranged defense.
Yeah, my character will close the distance with the gank after he fires, so that he doesn't like get set back up. Never mind.
Really?
Oh wow,
that super sucks.
Did you use your triumph?
From the blind.
Yeah. Oh, you used it before
to
you
improve the blind. Yeah.
Maybe you should give all those to Kit Cam so Kit Cam gets a bunch of boost.
Yeah.
Unless I get a boost from just being hidden.
I feel like that would be a boost.
Yeah, I'd say you can have 1 more boost die for being
hidden. Did you say you got 3 boosts automatically from being in that thing?
That is just to be like for perception checks.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
I would say
first round I'll give 1 boost.
Yeah.
All right.
10 damage. Oh, are you good? How many? Wait. you can crit 3 times and just
No.
immediately kill him.
He crits once, but he can multiply it for as many times as he can crit. So it'd be a plus 10 per. You can only do a crit once per round, but you can apply it multiple times to add a plus 10, plus 10, plus 10.
Upgrade it.
Yeah, you can increase the crit modifier by 10 for every time you can actually spend a crit on it.
It also seems like that's the only thing he can use his advantages on.
Well, let's let him see if he's got ideas on how.
Well,
to
you were going
because
for
there
the gank anyway, right? So you wouldn't be
Correct.
hitting the minion group.
Right. Yeah. This was at the gang.
And does the gank, did you have something that removes the setback?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Why did that not roll?
You have to click away from the sheet after you add it. Sometimes you have to just get in the habit of clicking outside on the sheet somewhere else. Okay.
Thank God.
So that is 2. I can crit and then upgrade it once, and then I'll give a boost to
Actually,
Augie.
you could crit. You could crit once, upgrade the thing again, and then give a boost.
Well, he told you how he wanted to spend it.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
All right.
Okay, so the difficulty is 2 purple.
Yeah, it's medium. Wait, which one? Is he within 6 squares of you? 6 feet?
No, he's not. 35 feet.
Who are you shooting at?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm going for the weak way. Try.
Oh, I guess you could.
I think they're within short. They're within 6 squares.
Yeah, Augie. Even if it's like 1 step, you're the one who kicked this off, so you could take a 5-foot step and shoot. It kind of This all started when you pulled the trigger. So if you're gonna move 5 feet and shoot, you can, and then have them be in short.
Oh yeah, since he's also stealth, wouldn't they get advantages like boost die?
Yeah, I'll give the same like boost die for first round of coming out of stealth. Same thing I gave Gek.
So 3 dice, 3 blue.
No, Gek had extra dice because he took a double aim action.
Oh, okay. So 1 blue.
Yeah, so you can add 1 blue to your shot.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that'll do some damage.
Oh yeah, that'll do some
I'm
damage.
thinking 1 drops.
Yeah, I feel like one of them drops.
Yeah, basically like you can see like the shockwave from the impact create this kind of crater where a piece of weakway used to be, and it drops to the ground. Kind of slightly demoralizing for the rest of them to see that kind of brutality, probably.
Oopsies.
So the minion group is down to 2.
Roger.
Oh, you also had. Oh no, never mind.
Is this where we're going to be rolling initiative after he made his move?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go into initiative now. So everyone roll those, and I'll roll. I guess these guys were not prepared for. They weren't prepared for things to happen exactly this way.
Yeah, so we get cool and they get vigilant since we did the surprise round.
Oh yeah.
And what was the crit on the?
Oh, does this? Do I have? I didn't open up the. I didn't open up the initiative tracker. I hope that actually worked.
It worked.
Hold on, we forgot to clear them off.
Oh God, should I just clear them off and start over?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just do that. It's faster.
Oh yeah, the gank also needs to roll its critical entry.
Plus 10.
Yeah. Plus 10 to the critical?
Yeah, just add 10 in the modifier section on the critical.
All right, let me roll these real quick. For the vigilance, he can get a boost, I think.
Wait, you're able to give a boost to vigilance? Why is that?
The gank can, because of his cybernetics.
Darn cybernetics.
Oh no, 1 strain to add 1 success automatically.
But that also causes strain.
Yeah, so he's going to take the strain.
Oh, this thing can take strain and he doesn't need to take.
Oh, I guess he can take. It says he can take strain, but he doesn't have strain.
Yeah, he takes wounds instead. He can take a wound if he wants to.
Yeah,
Rivals can voluntarily lose wounds in place of strain. Minions cannot.
Oh, thank God this thing is a rival and not a nemesis, or else we would have had a bad time.
So he's going to upgrade that to 2 successes and 2 advantage. And the other ones just roll what they roll.
I'm hoping someone's going to keep someone alive to get information from.
Augie also will go ahead and just declare that he's going to take the last PC slot.
Okay.
Did all PCs roll?
Now
I need to roll critical.
Oh yeah, the critical.
So 90 plus 10, 100.
Oh.
That's on top of the 10 damage minus soak.
So he takes 4 wounds.
Plus another one because of the other thing, so that's 5 wounds total.
And let's see what 100 is on this chart here.
Oh, okay. Hold Alt, double click on his character.
Is there a special place to roll critical?
Yeah.
Is that what you're telling me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Underneath the wounds and soak. Hold on. One person talking. Hey.
I don't know. Maybe.
So, under the NPC sheet, underneath the wounds and soak, there's a NPC, and then there's critical injuries. Click on the critical injury tab.
Oh.
You can actually roll on here,
critical.
but you can type in the number. So you can type in 100 and add critical. Type in the critical number 100 and add critical, or you could roll it, but you've already rolled a 90, so just type 100 and put add critical. That makes sense?
Yeah, let me see. I'm adding.
Just type in 100 and click the button add critical.
Okay. Suffer 1. That's not what it's supposed to be. Suffer 1 strain.
That's a 0. That's a 0 times. So the dice roll.
Oh, I didn't click off. All right, that one. That should be right.
There you go.
No, you rolled a little bit. That's
Oh, that's a bit higher.
you rolled a little too high. You rolled a 118.
Yeah,
He's
because I
named,
had the
so
fake
that's
critical on there.
You gotta heal the criticals now to do it. Okay.
Does that work?
I mean, I'll take
How does
that.
it? No, that's wrong too.
Yeah.
So I healed them. Click off. Add critical.
Well, that's one.
Did that work?
That's 140.
No,
know why I
what
keep-
you're
that's
you're doing 100 offset. You're still rolling.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
See, there's an offset
I put it in the wrong-
field,
I
and
put
then
it in the
there's
wrong
a
box.
critical number field. The critical number field is what you put in.
That's the one.
Oh.
All right.
Oh yes. The limb is crippled. Make one of his. Well, can one of his arms be crippled? Because he's not in melee range.
Hey, let him do it. He's the GM.
All right. So let's see. You were aiming. You took your shot. I would say that you were probably aiming center of mass. And yeah, we'll say that you crippled one of his arms. So any either a one-handed weapon check with that arm or any two-handed weapon check will suffer 1 difficulty die increase.
Sounds good.
For Jakel's triumph on the initiative, he's just gonna shake his head and pull his pistol back out for the maneuver.
All right.
If no one would mind, I would like to take the first PC one so that I could try to get this thing dead as fast as possible.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend a maneuver to get out my greatsword, and then I will attack him. So that will be 2 purple plus a black.
Oh, Gak, did your weapon have pierce?
No.
Oh, I thought it said. Oh, that's Augie's weapon. Never mind.
Okay, so I deal 12 damage to him, and I crit.
All right, so that's going to be an actual roll with a plus 10. Do I need
No. Don't put any numbers in. If you click the roll crit, it will add up everything that's already on it.
All right. Do you have anything else to add to that, or is it just a flat roll with the plus 10?
Flat roll with plus 10. Oh, no. I also have vicious, which is another plus 10. Sorry.
All right. So let's.
Oh, where are you getting the
Turn
extra
that to
plus?
109.
The extra
Vicious?
plus is from my vicious one.
So did you spent advantage to do vicious?
Yes.
Right. Okay,
Mhm.
so that's an extra 10.
Yeah.
So that's 109 instead of 99.
I think vicious is passive.
It
Right.
is?
It is.
Okay.
Oh, it is? Okay.
Yeah. So when he rolls that crit, it just adds 10. So
Horrific injury. All right, so let's see. I got to roll a d10 for that. Did it do that automatically, or do I roll it?
I don't see it
Really?
rolled it. I think you gotta roll it. Just do 10 on the dice. There's a dice on a d10 on the dice.
So 10 is willpower. So his willpower is decreased by 1.
Oh, yeah.
Where is this? This can't be right. Something weird happened to his sheet. Oh, because I'm not on the NPC sheet.
Yeah, you gotta be on the NPC sheet. If you hold Alt and double click on a token, it pops up the sheet.
So his will is down to 1 now. All right. Next player.
Oh, you also have to click the continue thing.
The next button on the turn order. There you go.
Yep. Okay, and he takes how much damage?
12.
So let's see.
Minus soak.
Does it pierce?
No.
Okay, so it's 12 minus 6 is. He's looking pretty bad.
Yeah.
Jaquel will just say, can we not kill him? Like, don't kill him? Because we need information?
I mean, is it possible for us to do non-lethal damage?
If your weapon has stun setting, you can do stun damage.
Not with a greatsword.
But
Or if you just punch him.
Yeah, Brawl will do it.
wait, can't I just hit him with the flats of my sword?
No,
Why not?
because the rules say you can't.
You could flavor a Brawl check that way.
Okay.
But you would be using Brawl and not melee. That's the key. That's why.
Okay.
You definitely wouldn't get the extra damage from a weapon. But yeah, you could do it non-lethally.
Yeah, so it's basically a brawl. All right, who's taking the next PC slot?
Was that Jaquel? Did you finish Jaquel?
Oh, no, I haven't went. I was just speaking through the comms
Oh, okay.
since we went loud.
there's 1 or 2 more weak ways left.
Yeah, there's 2 weak ways left, and
They're a
2
minion
more
group.
PC slots before the first NPC.
Get can try and smoke them if you guys want.
Go for it. B2 will wait for all the shooters to shoot before he engages a enemy, so that he's not making it harder for you to shoot the target.
Oh, you also
Alright.
forgot to put the X on this dude because he's dead.
No, he's not. He's
Is
a
that-
minion. He's a minion group. We moved the number from a 3 to a 2.
Oh.
What is the cutoff that you guys are using for medium and long range?
Increments of 6. 6 is within 6 is short. Within 12 is medium. Within 18 squares is long, and then 6 on top of that is extreme.
24.
Okay, so it's going to be 2 either way.
Yeah, 24.
So yeah, I'm gonna shoot at the. I'm gonna take 1 aim maneuver here and then shoot the weak way. Wow, really?
That
The dice roller is just not in our favor today.
Nope.
well, it's not in his favor.
I'll plug a few shots in the ground near their feet, make them dance a little bit, maybe get them moving. Give a boost to whoever attacks them next.
Can I get a black because we're like engaged?
This is not at the gank. This is at the weak ways, the minions.
Oh, okay.
All
Yeah,
right,
I'll
yeah.
give-
So you can do a boost or a setback, and you can heal a strain if you want. I think.
Yeah, basically the next PC that goes will get 2 boost. Oh, unless he's healing a strain, then it will be 1 boost. My bad.
I haven't taken any strain, so 2 boosts is good.
All right. Next up, PC slot.
I suppose I'll shoot at the weak way.
You say that like you're wanting to kill someone.
You can use your stun settings if you're within 6.
That totally didn't work right. Oh, because I have it linked to Brawl. Give me just one moment. There.
All right. So you can take out both of those weak way, I'm pretty sure. Let me see what
Yeah,
they're-
crits will remove crits are automatic defeats for minions inside of a minion group.
Okay,
Yeah, so you
critting,
can take out the 2 remaining.
So critting minion groups, here's a question. It doesn't necessarily have to kill them. It can be narratively removed. Is there a way that I can say they're down and knocked out without being dead?
Yeah, you could use your stun setting, right?
What?
I don't have
He
a
doesn't have
stun
stun setting.
That's the problem. I don't have a stun setting.
Well, he got a
Maybe.
try.
Say
He
it.
got a triumph, so maybe you can come up with something narratively. What you shot.
That's what
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean, if
looking at.
you're
is-
spending the triumph to take 1, I'll say you can keep 1 alive.
Okay, that works.
You can use your triumph to keep both alive, but you could definitely keep 1 alive.
So here, narratively, one guy took cover behind the other guy. The other guy got a huge hole blast in his chest and it knocked the other guy unconscious with the dead body on top of the guy that's not dead. How's that sound?
Works for me.
Out of the fight because he's got a body on top of him.
Yeah. Okay. So, next up,
Yeah, next person's turn.
is it a PC?
Looks like NPC now.
Oh, yes.
Do I have a chance to spend any of my stuff from my roll? Because
Yeah.
it was like it was getting spent for me instead of me talking.
No, yeah,
No,
go
you
ahead.
can use the advantage for setbacks or boosts, or if you have enough to use them on something else.
Well, what I was asking is, with the triumph, there be something narrative that they have on them that rather than shooting them, I shoot it, and it's whether a stun grenade or some type of concoction that makes a little puff of smoke and causes them to essentially pass out, something like that. That's what I was thinking, rather than killing either of them and just using the triumph for that. Spin the advantages as the crit, but use the triumph for it to be a non-lethal crit.
How about you shot BX's shield out of his hand, and the shield smacked him with such force it knocked them unconscious?
That works for me too.
Or you could have shot the power pack on their like vibro glaive and kind of zapped them like a stun
Yeah,
block or
something like that. That's what I was thinking. Using something that they have to cause it to knock them unconscious versus be just killing them outright.
That doesn't
Yeah,
have
so
to
maybe
damage.
like one of them's being electrocuted with that, and he hits the other one, and they both kind of lose consciousness from the stun.
Okay, that works.
Gank is going to try to gank me.
Yeah, so now the gank is going to try and gank you. And he
And I
is
suppose I'll spend two of those advantages for a free maneuver to move up to here in short range of
The gank
everybody.
has 3 blacks to hit me.
all right. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to drop the blaster rifle and try and use a maneuver to draw his vibro knife.
He's actually got 4. I don't think you spent the setback on an NPC yet because one of them got a setback from the surprise round. So the next NPC that rolls a dice gets a setback. So it'll be 4 setbacks to attack you.
All right, so he's going to have 4 setbacks, but he's attacking with a melee weapon instead of his blaster.
So
I
it's
think
going
that's
to be
probably his
purple.
best chance. Yeah, he probably doesn't stand it. Let me see what he's got here. Actually, no, he's gonna take his chances with the blaster. It's gonna upgrade his check because of the.
I believe it
like-
increases by. What is it? Is it heavy or light? Range heavy or range light?
It's ranged heavy,
So it increases it by 2 difficulty.
so he's gonna be at difficulty 4. It's gonna be upgraded because of his crippling injury, and it's gonna have 4 setback. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
4 setbacks. 2 step
I'm
back.
going to
No,
spend a dark side point so that he might have a chance to do some stuff.
Wouldn't it be 2 step back since since I have ranged? Or is it because I'm in melee range?
Oh wait, he's doing. Oh, yeah. You're right. It's ranged. It's only 2 step back. Yep.
Yeah, 2 step back.
Yeah, because you're using a ranged weapon.
So it doesn't increase the difficulty. It adds setback for range.
He has melee. He has melee defense of 3 and a ranged defense of 1. So if you're not doing a melee attack, you're doing a ranged attack. His defenses are lower, so it's 2 setback to shoot him versus hit him with a vibro.
So he used force or a dark side point to upgrade it, but it's also difficulty upgrade because of his crippling injury. And now he's going to make his roll.
Yeah, we've ran into that problem.
So he swings and the pain's just too much and he can't seem to hit.
Yeah. So he kind of, I guess what happens is he tries to point the blaster rifle at you, and you're close enough that you can just kind of knock it out of the way with your greatsword before he can take the shot. Next up is a PC slot.
You can do it, Augie. Set your move up and shoot him with stun.
I don't have any weapons that have stun on them.
Take no prisoners.
All right.
Hold on. Would I be able to... I wouldn't be able to run up on him and do anything, though.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to.
My character could.
You could take strain to do 2 maneuvers, I think. That would be your option to run up on him. You'd have to take some strain, but you could run up and do a melee attack or brawl.
Yeah, she could make it.
Okay. Yeah, why not? We'll take some strain to run up on him, and I'm just gonna knock him over the head.
All right.
That would be a brawl check.
Actually, you know what? I want to try to use my tail.
That would be a brawl check. And that would also be with 1 black because he has melee defense of 1.
That is
He's crippled. He has lower.
So what are the difficulty dice? 1 black, and then how many purple or red?
It's always 2
1
for
black.
melee.
1 black, 2 purple. I'm gonna do you guys a favor and use another dark side point.
Okay.
Actually, no, I'm gonna save that because I don't think this attack's gonna be like super threatening. So it'll just be 2 purple, 1 black. But I do need to make you guys some light side points at some point, so I'll remember that.
No, you can totally use it on us.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna use my tail then.
So that would be a brawl. You can do it.
You punch him with your tail, or you're gonna strangle it with your tail.
I mean, I have a girl.
I'm gonna try to just hit him with my tail.
All right.
Your
So that's
tail is actual damage.
So damage 2 plus 3.
She's doing it stun, so it's applying to the strain instead of the wounds. After soak.
But that would also go against the soak. So yeah, that he takes 1 damage, I think. If
I don't think that makes it through soak unless it has some way of piercing soak. Does it ignore any soak?
No,
No.
it doesn't.
So yeah, it's the soak is higher than that.
Oh, it is.
So
Oh.
so it's higher than 8.
Oh, it was 8 damage? I thought it was 2
That's
plus
not-
3.
Not 8 damage.
Oh no, my bad. I'm looking at the critical.
Oh no, I thought it was critical at first. I was like, this might actually work, and then I saw that it.
Yeah. It's only 5.
2.
It's only 5 damage total.
So so apparently he has a soak of 6. That's actually pretty impressive.
He does have. You saw from the probe cybernetic plating and a suit of heavy armor.
Oh yes, the suit of heavy armor that I was able to cut through.
He did like 12, 13
Alright.
damage.
Is it a new PC slot?
Yeah, next slot is PC.
My character will tell B2-BX to B2BX engage the enemy and render it unconscious.
So for my strain though, or for my setback, or not setback, Brett, he's going to, like, when you come in with the tail, he's going to grab you by the tail and like pull your legs out from under you, so you fall prone.
Wait, who is he doing that to?
You.
Okay.
Actually, no. He's gonna as he's dodging. Does he have to use that on the character that's attacking him?
He can use it on the next person to roll.
Oh, it says the active character falls prone.
Yeah, it's the active character.
So yeah, he just knocks Augie prone. It's not gonna do him much good because he'll probably be dead before his next turn.
Yeah. Come on, B2BX,
All right.
you can do it.
B2BX, Roger. And he's going to, I guess, do the brawl thing with the... because he doesn't have a stun weapon. So it's just damages 2 because that's his brawl.
Yeah, he could even like he's got a shield, so he could even like shield bash him as a brawl.
Oh wait, that's a good point. Does the shield actually have... No, it doesn't have sunsetting. I was going to say, does the shield have sunsetting?
I mean, he could just like do a brawl with the shield.
Yeah, that's the stun setting, is you just hit him over the head with it.
Okay. He gets a speak binary. Here we go. All right. I don't know if that's enough. That's 6.
That's 6. No, it does not do stuff. Sadly.
Yeah, just almost done.
Almost. So
we need to do the dog pile. Okay, so both my PC went, and then my companion's PC slot went.
okay, so I'll do the brawl. Okay, so
Are we done with the first round yet?
yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, both my character and my character's companion both went, so I don't know if you moved it too.
Oh, okay. So we're back to the 3 zeros.
Yeah, I'll try to brawl him.
I need to drop out one of these NPC slots. I got confused.
What is your brawn? What's your brawn, Erdek?
My brawn is a 6.
Okay, so you did 7, 8, 9, 10 damage of strain.
So that's 4. So that's
All right.
4.
So that'll actually drop through his soak enough to knock him.
Do I knock him out?
Yes.
Yay!
All right. Now we gotta bind them with something.
Oh, I think I added. Okay, there. It's on there.
Do binders count as a simple tool, the right tool for the job? If we need to bind them so they can't get out, would they count?
I don't think they're any more complex than like most tools.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't be more complex than a handcuff.
So could my character, I guess, scavenge the wreckage of this ship to find stuff to make binders from if no one else has binders on them, and just craft 2 sets of binders? Well, actually, we need 3 sets. Or maybe we could do...
Yes, I'd say they'd have to be applied and removed with tools because you can't make the locking mechanism. but it's kind of like a zip tie, but using I forget what those things are called. You know those metal kind of the metal straps that go around certain components in vehicles. I forget what they're. Yeah, like something like that. Basically, you'd have to apply it and remove it with a tool, but it would work as a binder.
Okay, so what kind of mechanics check do I need?
I'd say for something like that, it would be 2 purple.
All right. Anyone want to assist? Like preferably the guy that can. Or he probably wants to stay up there. I'll just have my droid assist.
Yeah, I'll stay up here, just having a little look at, like leaning on the cave wall.
All right. While that's all happening, that'll probably take a few minutes to do the improvised binders. Does anyone else want to do stuff?
Would I have to make a perception check to keep a lookout with inside the cave?
So you want to be kind of looking into the cave,
Yeah.
making sure nothing comes out?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can make a perception check. We'll say since you're not in combat, you're not really stressed right now. I'll say it's pretty easy just to see what's going on in the cave generally.
Easy.
If you want to get more detail about what's in the cave, it'll make the difficulty go up a bit.
What will be the difficulty if I go detailed?
Detailed, we'll say 3. If you want to just kind of determine if there are any threats remaining in the cave, that should be like 1.
Okay, I'll do the 1 for the seeing if there are any threats.
All right.
And Potter?
Hey, okay, so I take 1 strain. Unless you want to use anything else for that.
All right. So what you notice is that there are, you can see that the bedding is all kind of flat. There's nobody in it. There's nobody left in there right now. And you can kind of see from what you can tell, you can see the whole cave from here.
So would I have to go detailed in order to understand how deep the cave goes?
More detail would be like finding things that they have around there, like going through their possession.
So does the cave like go very deep in, or is it like just a little simple cave?
It goes in about 15 or 20 feet, and then it opens up into like just kind of a small shelter. It looks like it was maybe dug out, and it's probably 20 feet by 20 feet inside there in the widest part.
So it wouldn't lead to a cave system or anything, right?
Not that you can see. It looks like all the walls don't have like tunnels or anything. You can't see the ceiling from out here, but just kind of looking at the rock formation around you, you wouldn't think there was a cave system above it.
Well, Erdek will say in the comms, everyone else seems to be out and about on this planet, so no one's coming out of the cave anytime soon. Well, no one's coming out of the cave at all.
On my binders, for some reason, the advantage and success weren't added, so it's really 3 success and 5 advantages for building the binders.
All right. So yeah, you got some pretty solid binders for these guys. You can bind kind of their wrists and ankles, and get those kind of applied to them before they wake up.
Yeah.
All right.
While they're
Erdek is ready to knock anyone out who tries to escape before the binders get on them. Like, if they wake up before the binders are complete and put on them, then he'll just knock them out again.
Okay, we got it.
Oh, okay.
While they're building that stuff, I think Jaquel will go over the comms to get and be like, "Stay frosty. I'm gonna send the probe up and get an aerial view of us in case anything's coming in." And he's gonna send the recon probe up a couple of 100 feet. Well, kind of in case any vehicles are coming, but also mostly because this may or may not draw locals or wildlife. So just kind of keeping an eye out for that.
And
Okay.
then suddenly he gets hit by a plane.
And Gek will he'll be scanning through his scope and stuff like that during this time.
Anything useful on the vehicle? Is it something that might be able to be repaired or salvaged?
You might be able to. You couldn't salvage the vehicle itself, but I would say you could probably roll like 3 purple mechanics check to salvage some parts. They would be like ship parts. So it would be like a certain rarity or lower ship parts.
Yeah, I'm kind of bundled as it is with my gear.
I mean, you could always set the parts aside and come back for them later if they're still here.
Okay, well, I guess it depends on how long people want to do stuff. My character is not really good at getting answers out of people, so if they're going to spend time interrogating them, I could do that while they're doing that. If not, then I'll just see what the group does.
Probably also have.
Like the really valuable stuff, it looks like this ship's already been stripped a little. So weapon systems are gone. If there was a hyperdrive, it's already been removed. Stuff like that. But there are like parts to restore hull damage and stuff like that you could salvage.
Okay.
And I guess Jaquel will be looking around for the locator beacon that was here that had gotten turned off to see if it's still here and just turned off or not.
Yeah, with your probe up in the air, I'll say you can do like a perception or a survival check, whichever you want, to kind of see, get the lay of the land, see if you can find any clues about what happened here, or see if there's any enemies in the area.
Gek will be helping with that from his point of view.
Okay, so when they wake up, who is going to be the one interrogating them?
That's not my forte. I don't know if anybody's good at that.
I have 8 rank in it, so...
What difficulty you want me to roll that perception at, though, Potter?
Is there a black box on this ship? Or the space equivalent? I have slicing capabilities. I could try to see what may have brought the ship down or what the last broadcast or
There
whatever.
is, yeah, roll like a... Actually, you wouldn't need to roll mechanics because it would be fairly easy to do. You can tell that there's some communication equipment left in the ship. There's definitely a functioning distress beacon attached to a power source. It doesn't look like the original power source.
I let the guys know this power source is not the original. It looks like someone has added a distress signal to this vehicle.
So this is the distress beacon for the Wayfarer.
I don't.
You'd have to probably do some slicing to figure that out, or some computers,
I
or
will
potentially like mechanics to try and identify it.
I will have B2BX bring my computer console out of its hiding spot over to me while you guys do stuff, and I can slice into it.
All right. So while TX is doing that, what are the rest of you guys doing? The prisoners haven't woken up yet, but you have them.
No. I do not.
All right. Yeah, you're not sure. Inconclusive.
Augie's going to come over the comms and make a suggestion of maybe perhaps moving the gank guard and the other group just slightly out of sight of one another, close enough to where they can hear, perhaps, but they can't see one another before they wake up. So then that way when we begin interrogating then perhaps maybe we can gain a bit of an advantage with the other group if they are out of sight but can hear, I don't know, potential harm coming to their friend to make them decide to cooperate.
I'm back now. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
So if we separate them like that, and then maybe like get a third, one of the dead weak ways, and drag him, or like drag him out into the dunes, and then pretend to execute him to intimidate him or something.
Yeah, I'd say if you could succeed in that deception, it would probably help with a coercion check.
Okay. So who has the better coercion? I have just 3 green in it. However, I do have an ability to where I can remove setback from the coercion.
I have a yellow and I have a green.
What's you guys rolling stuff? Hey, what's the difficulty for slicing into this computer?
I'm gonna say about 2 purple because it's the difficulty is mainly because it's rigged together from various parts, not because it has any kind of security at all.
Okay. Using my computer console, plugging that in.
All right. So yeah, this looks like it was kind of taken from not even this ship, not the Wayfarer. It just seems like they rigged together a distress beacon and wired it to a power source and put it at this location.
Do you care if I do an eye for detail?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, so do eye for detail, take a strain, and so it has 2 advantages. So I'd like to use an advantage to get. How about do 2 advantages to do 2 bits of valuable information for the group?
All right, so let's see. I'm trying to think what kind of information you could get from this.
Maybe a user login. Maybe even whoever set this up. Maybe they have some equipment that I could get a signature trace or get one piece of their signature from.
Yeah. So yeah, you could. I'll say that you have a couple of choices. You can try it. You can add it as kind of information to get through security from this same user. So like it would either trying to think what's appropriate for 2 advantage, whether it would be like a boost or an upgrade for 1 check, and then the other option is, since this is sometimes remotely monitored, it could give you a distance and direction for where the other end of that signal is.
So they've actually got something set up. If you actually collect pieces of a slicer signature, every time you go up against them while they're using that same equipment, you get boost dice.
Okay. So yeah, you could use that, or you could get the one-time piece of information of distance and direction to where the signal is sometimes monitored.
I will get the thing that's most beneficial to the group. So wherever the signal's being sent from or received.
Okay. So yeah, you have a set of coordinates.
All right.
And it is from not too far away on this planet.
So I have found some coordinates of where this is being sent to.
Outstanding work.
Good job.
All right, so we've got some slicing done. You guys have them bound. You kind of have a plan for what you want to do when they wake up. Is there anything you want to do before they wake up?
Yeah, do the separation type of thing.
All right.
My character will drag the gank into the dark of the cave.
Okay.
Does anybody have better than 3 green dice for coercion?
I have a yellow and a green.
And then I have 3 green, but I have a thing to remove setback from any checks. So
Okay, so you 2 would probably be better off tag teaming on that. You can make it a 1 yellow, 2 green.
Did somebody
And, what were we saying?
did somebody search the premises for any valuable information or any computer systems that could be sliced to get more information on the perpetrators?
Not me. I only went in there to see if there were any dudes sleeping in there or hiding.
Okay. Then I will go in there with B2 to look around while you guys intimidate and extract information from our suspects.
Fun.
All right, so you're searching the cave. Did you want to search the weak way and the gank?
I'm not that great of a searcher. I was looking specifically for any type of computer equipment. I remember someone saying that there's a light from a computer system inside the cave.
Okay. Yeah, you can go in there and search around.
All right. Can I see the light from the computer system that was mentioned earlier?
Yeah, there's just kind of a what it looks like, almost a one of those tough little suitcase things, just kind of maybe a 1.5 feet by a half a foot high, and it opens up and there's a small console in it.
Okay, I will bring that outside into the light area, and then I will work on slicing that while you guys intimidate.
All right, and it's currently, as you pick it up and are looking at it, it appears to be signed in. Like it's just it looks like maybe a tool for navigation. There's a map on the screen.
Ooh, nice. I like to input the coordinates that I got.
All right. So you input the coordinates, and it gives you kind of a, like the green and black screen with the line matrices and stuff. It gives you a lay of the land. It looks like there's another cave system about 3 miles from here, and near it there's kind of a small stream, and you can see kind of also a couple of representations of these large turrets, and you can see some power lines. It gives a fairly overview kind of sketch of the place, just kind of its systems almost, but very bare bones, not like everything, just kind of PowerPoints, like power sources for the turrets, some kind of underground cables marked out on the map.
And how long of a travel on foot does it look like it is from where we are?
Travel on foot, depending on terrain, probably an hour to 2 hours, depending on how irregular the terrain is.
Okay. When you guys are available, I have ascertained a more precise location of where the signal came from, including a schematic of defenses, and it is between 1 to 2 hours distance away on foot.
Congratulations.
This is where that crash ship with a device that's not native to that ship's design was broadcasting a signal to. I believe they were in communications with this other location.
So basically, mechanically, what this device is, it's a specialist tool that gives you a automatic success and an automatic advantage on survival checks to find this location, or to find a location basically for any area that this computer has coordinates for. So basically on the planet, if you had a set of coordinates or kind of a distance and direction, this would aid you in survival checks to find it.
What is the encumbrance?
We'll say the encumbrance it's pretty big and chunky. I will say 6.
I cannot carry this, but this tool would be of advantage to us traveling there by foot.
Do we want to go by foot, or can maybe one of the guys who's smarter at knowledge warfare see like how close we think we could get in our little shuttle before it would become unsafe? Like if we use our shuttle to get us closer.
These diagrams indicate turrets with a 93.6255533111026% chance probability that these are turrets with very long range.
Right. So like with knowledge warfare or something like that, we can maybe see if there's a blind spot, a riverbed we could hug or something like that to approach, either on foot or on the shuttle, either way.
Do you have knowledge warfare?
Yeah, I'd say if someone has knowledge warfare, they can roll it to see if they can study the map and kind of get a good approach.
What would be the difficulty for the knowledge warfare?
Let's see. It's pretty well fortified position, so finding a weak spot, we'll say, is 3 purple.
So B2 has 1 rank. Does anyone have a better than 1 rank in it?
Not me.
Does Jarkel?
Man, I canceled out.
I don't know why you're rolling. Okay, so I will assist B2BX then with a knowledge.
Yeah, because someone might be able to do a skilled assist with a higher intelligence.
Yeah, I got it. That's why I was asking if anyone had a higher than 1 rank. Okay, so B2BX has 1 rank in it. And what's difficulty 3?
Yeah. And you can get an assist if you want to.
Okay, I'll do an assist. Definitely would want an assist. Wait, I am using assist. All right. Can I use, if I have B2BX do it, can I do speaks binary on it by giving them instructions on with the knowledge warfare? Okay. So 3 purple with 1 boost, and then he's used my intelligence with speaks binary. Hit the wrong thing.
Yeah, Augie, if you want to roll.
There you go. That's what I meant.
If you want to recover strain, you can. Yeah, you were able to. You take 1 strain, or he takes 1 strain, but you were able to find that it seems like a lot of the fortifications are focused away from the cliff because the cliff is pretty high. It's probably 50 or 60 feet at least at the lowest point. So getting up in position above, there's not a lot of security on that direction because they don't really count on people coming down from the cliffs. But they do look like the turrets are designed to take out aircrafts. So getting too close with an aircraft would be a bad idea. He can see that there's a machine gun emplacement also facing away from the cliff toward the narrow land bridge beside the stream. So coming from the front is very heavily fortified. Coming from above the cliff, they rely on the natural fortifications.
Roger, Roger. It is not advised to travel by air. They are prepared. I repeat, they are prepared. They have heavily anti-air defenses and a strategic location.
Does it look like the heavy turrets can like turn and face kind of back into the base, or are they kind of limited in their range of movement?
They are limited in movement based on the amount of space they take up, but it looks like it's hard to tell, but it seems like they're connected into some power grid, so they can't like move freely throughout the base, but it looks like they can swivel.
Yeah.
So
And
what you're saying is
also-
it sounds like we want to approach it from behind and have to climb up the cliff to get to it, right?
That's definitely one option. It looks like coming straight in, you'd have to either be really sneaky, or find a way to disable their machine guns, which are facing that in that direction.
Can I look on the disabled vehicle and see if there's any hover? What do you call it? Whatever the thrust is that allows ships to hover. If there's any of those repulsors, or if there's any repulsors that are still on the ship that could be fixed or repaired or modified to create a tool, kind of like a repulsor lift, basically. I makeshift repulsor lift from the materials that are left on that crash ship.
All right, so let's see. To do that, that would be fairly difficult because of how wrecked the ship is to find ones that are useful. And
if they have one, I can repair it. Like I can scavenge parts of it that have some parts, then I can use those parts to repair it, at least to get it working, even if it's still damaged. It would just add either a setback or increased difficulty in using it depending on how damaged the repulsors are.
So what I'll say is that you can roll as normal for like a disassembly, like a scrapping an item, basically. I'm trying to think what the difficulty class for that part of the ship would be. I'm thinking like 3 or 4 purple. But and most of that difficulty is probably due to the fact that the ship is well past its prime.
Okay, so I'm just looking for mainly, a repulsor that's usable, and that I'm basically wanting to make a makeshift repulsor sled so that instead of having to climb one at a time, we might be able to take it up.
So yeah, I'll say 3 purple, and based on kind of there's 3 purple. You start at 50%, and each advantage gives you 25% more.
Okay.
And
So you need at least 2 advantage to assemble 1 full repulsor.
All right. Would Gek Ver Heck assist me if you are able?
Yeah, he can. At this point, I think it sounds like most of the dangerous stuff is a ways away, so he'll slip out of his blind, he'll fly down, and start helping you to your scrap zone.
So that gives me 2 boosts instead of 1, correct?
Right.
All right. I'm using the workbench and my utility arm.
Stephen, when you're talking about the cliff behind it, is this at the bottom of the cliff, or is this at the top of a cliff?
It's at the bottom of a cliff. Like it's there's a cave system carved into the cliffside, and it seems like the fortifications are protecting the entrance to that cave system.
I got a lot of success.
All right, so I'm gonna say that the success has to count for something.
Success usually means you've done it. And advantage is usually...
And that's a lot of success.
And success usually do it... Success also knock down the time whenever it comes to mechanics. You can look at the mechanics charts to get some ideas. I'm debating on... I might take a strain to remove that threat. That way there's no threat that can be used against me. And so I'll do that. I'll do an eye for detail. So I'll remove once. I'll do eye for detail, take a strain. So now I have no threat and I have 1 less success. But that guarantees that threat's used for strain instead of something negative.
Now, question for you, Jim.
I'm going to say with that much success, if you're not reducing the time, you can spend those successes to gain 5% more parts each, at least. So that would put you in the range of having 100% of the parts you need.
Oh, okay. This is a savage roll? Okay. I thought there was... okay, cool.
Now, question for you, GM.
Yes.
With all this mechanic roll stuff, making stuff going on, does that mean we're going to have a chance to do a roll to recover strain with cooler discipline? Because that's ours to do.
Yes, Augie already did, so if anyone else wants to roll to recover strain, then you can go ahead.
So Augie, are those explosives that you have? Are those like? Do you have rockets or anything like that, like longer range, or is it only like grenades?
Sorry, what was that again?
I was asking if the explosive you have, if those are like thrown, like grenades, or if those are like rockets.
They're like rockets, missiles.
I wonder if it'd be possible for is because Augie like kind of smallish person.
Oh no, 6'2".
Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say Gek could like fly Augie up to the top of the cliff or something like that, but maybe not. Well, hell, I guess if we can just approach from up there and then Augie can drop a missile on the power grid, break something really important.
Mm-hmm.
That works for me. I can do that.
Hell, with that in mind, we might even, if we can take out the big turbo lasers, we could have then everybody, or whatever kind of lasers, the turrets, we could have everybody else fly in on the shuttle then. And because the shuttle is at least slightly armed.
Yeah, I believe a Kappa class shuttle has some armaments. Definitely more heavily armed than the Wayfarer. Yeah, you got some dorsal mounted twin blaster cannons, wing mounted auto blaster. So it has three cruiser weapons on it.
So yeah, that is a thought. If we can disable those, or we can just go and try and bust in just completely on foot.
Why not do both? Have two angles of attack.
Well, part of that, if we are bringing the shuttle in, then that does hinge on us being able to successfully disable the lasers. So if we're
maybe two
maybe
teams.
we can just have them nearby and have them fly in for air support if we are able to disable them.
Yeah, they're still here. They're probably checking in on you with comms right about now, just seeing what the plan is because it's been a little bit with all the crafting.
So,
Could I bring up one point to you guys though?
Yeah, go ahead.
Of course.
We're here to look for a downed ship, and so far we've got no leads on that, but we're doing a pretty good job about making ourselves wanted criminals with our actions.
He's not wrong.
I found this information where they were broadcasting. That is probably the best lead we have, and it is set up to ward off any air.
Right.
Yeah, so it sounds like
we also didn't know. We also don't know if the Wayfarer was ever here, or these people that were here had or knew anything about it. So we're just coming up in here and busting up their groove, and we still don't have any information that they're linked to it.
Did anyone interrogate them? I mean, I've been doing my mechanics. My mechanics takes hours, so you guys should have the time you need to interrogate them. They should be.
Yeah, by the time you're kind of getting into that second round of mechanics after the slicing, they're going to wake up. So if you guys have a plan, we can start doing that.
Okay, yeah. So I dragged the gank into. So I already did drag the gank into the cave. So yeah, they're already separated.
So we'll say the gank is going to wake up first because he's tougher.
Okay. So it's going to be a corrosion versus the discipline to try to see what he knows about the ship.
Yep. And did you guys want to try that deception with the fake execution, or do you want to do that when you're doing the weak ways, or do you want to do it for both?
We have two dead bodies, so I think we can do it once now with the gank, and then.
I thought there was only one dead body.
Yeah, there's one dead body, 2 unconscious, or 3 unconscious.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought there was an extra weak way. But yeah,
if the body's already dead, you can fake execute it twice. It'll just be a little harder the second time.
You can also use the gank the second time.
Yeah, if the gang's already dead, or you can real execute him, I guess.
This is also true.
So yeah, do you want to try the fake execution deception for the gank?
I vote yes.
Yeah, sure. I won't
And,
be the one making the. I won't be the one making the execution though.
And I think his what is discipline go off of? Willpower or
I
cunning?
think willpower.
Yes.
Yeah, and his willpower is crippled right now, so he's not going to be doing too great on that. So let's see. So it's just one purple difficulty for the deception.
Okay.
Gek has 1 green for deception, so if anybody else can beat that.
I can beat. Wait. Deception is cunning, right?
Deception is
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, I can beat that. Does anyone else have like a higher cunning than 2? Or like actual ranks?
Doesn't Jarkel have good cunning? Or am I crazy?
Nope, I've got good agility
Oh, okay.
and 3 in presence.
Okay, so yeah, I guess two green to sell the deception.
Yeah, 2 green. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll do it then. So 1 purple, 1 green, right?
And
I mean, not like 1 purple difficulty.
Right. And can Gek help by doing the actual execution, like shooting from his little perch?
So would that?
Or he came down.
So would that
But
be like
he can-
a blue, like to assist?
Yeah, you can do the shot for execution, and if you get advantage, you can spend it to boost the deception.
Okay.
It'll be 2 boosts.
Roll to hit the unmoving target.
While they're doing the interrogation, Jakil's gonna go rustle up some food from the wildlife or wherever in this place.
Okay.
Group.
So yeah, you can roll a survival for that if you want, and with help from your aerial drone, and if you want to use the computer system that gives you bonuses to survival checks here, you can.
I'm not worried about the computer system. I'm not going to carry that thing around. It's too big and bulky.
All right. Yeah, so you could just do a survival check. We'll say it's unfamiliar terrain, but you kind of have some good help from the drone, so I'll say 2 purple. And go ahead and roll your fake execution attack. Gek.
I'm guessing it would just be like no purple because they're like.
Depends on how far away he is. So yeah, you can basically upgrade. You can either reduce the difficulty, make it a simple coercion check because he only has 1 willpower right now, or you can upgrade the coercion roll.
That roll he did there was the survival.
Oh yeah, that was the survival.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the survival, you're successful, and you can. I'm not sure.
Food.
I guess you can get some.
I just want to get enough food for the people that have to eat. You know, the non-droids.
Okay. Yeah, you can easily do that with the success, and you can either save the advantage for when you're doing survival later to upgrade a check if you want, or you can use it for something else.
Well, it's usually what it is each advantage gives you enough for an extra person. I'm just gonna see if I can spin the triumph to have enough food for all of us that are organic to eat.
Oh yeah, I think there's like 3 of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll work.
Hey, can we just spend a light side point? Since I was able to find a repulsor a repulsor to just have what I need to make a makeshift repulsor sled to get us to the place.
Yeah, I'd say that between if you spend a light side point between like what you found there and like just spare materials from the ship that you came on, you could probably rig something up.
Yeah, because there's not actually any rules for creating a repulsor sled, but I just basically want to make something that works like a repulsor sled that can lift up to 10 encumbrance.
Yeah.
Cool.
So let's see. We have that's Gekvir's shot.
That's the wrong. Well, it'd be the same.
Hey, you kill it.
No, it'd be a slightly different roll. Wish I would have had another green and no black dice on there. I accidentally rolled my lightsaber instead of.
Okay.
Oh yeah. that is some
So yeah,
lights.
you can just take off the black dice and roll a
What the
green
heck?
if you want.
Guys, this dice system is a lot of fun when you're colorblind, let me tell you that.
Wait, what? You're colorblind?
Yep. Okay,
Oh,
sorry, fine.
fine.
Let me try this one more time.
Ooh.
Where did my dice go? What the hell?
You might have clicked on a triangle next to dice and destiny pole, because that minimizes.
No, it's there. It's just blank. Okay, let me try. Maybe. And now my character sheet's blank.
Oh, God.
Hit the refresh. See if that. Refresh your page.
Yeah, usually a nice little refresh will help out.
There it is. Okay, sorry about that, guys.
No problem.
Yeah, it's okay.
All right. So you lose the.
So it'll be 1 threat and 2 success and a triumph.
All right. So yeah, you can downgrade. Or wait, you can upgrade the coercion check with your triumph if you want. I'm trying to think. Like narratively, you could probably use the triumph for something. I'm trying to think how that would play out for anything other than upgrading the check.
I mean, that's a good straightforward one, I think.
Yeah. So I'd say that's probably your best bet is upgrading the coercion check. And
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
And who's doing the coercion?
That would be
You're
good.
it's a you're rolling against nothing basically now.
Oh.
Or no,
well,
wait, you're rolling an upgraded check against 1 purple. That's what you're doing.
Okay. Do I get a blue from him? From him? No, he didn't get any advantages. So
It's an upgrade to your check.
yeah, an upgrade.
All right. Yeah. So you have managed to kind of coerce this guy to get some information out of him. He's like, "Okay, man. What do you want?"
My character would know how to word this correctly, but I don't. So
We're trying to get info on basically
if he
where the
knows anything
wayfarer
about
is
the
and what
ship.
happened.
Yeah.
So you want to get like information about the ship, where it is from him?
Yeah, my character would know how to word it.
Oh well, we brought it back to the camp.
Where is it?
I mean, I could show you. We got a computer around here somewhere. Just don't blow my head off like you did to that one guy.
Sure. Go onto the computer and show us where the ship is. And I'll make sure to keep a close eye on him to make sure that he's like not sending out like a distress signal or anything.
So you just drag him over to the computer?
The computer's over here.
Do you want to drag him over there?
Or you can get on the comms and ask me to bring it over.
Oh yeah, I could. Oh yeah, I could. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, there's the computer.
Is this?
I think it might already be up. Like that was the last thing you were looking at on there, so it might be on screen. If it is, he says that. Yeah, that's it right there.
Okay. That's the place with the fortified position, right?
Yeah, affirmative.
Yeah, that's the camp.
So what happened with the passengers that were on the ship? And
We got a few of them still. A couple of them didn't make it after they fought back. We thought it was just some merchants, but they were heavily armed. We had to take out a couple of them to take the rest of them alive. There's 3 survivors. There's two casualties.
Where did the bodies end up?
The survivors are at the camp. The bodies are, I think someone dragged them off into the desert and buried them.
How many survived?
3.
In the desert near here or near the?
Yeah, not too. He just kind of nods his head like in a direction toward this direction.
Zarkel, can we use your little recon drone to go put her around over there and see if we can spot where those bodies are hidden? Because we'll probably want to return those remains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're able to pretty easily recover the. You can find the spot where they're buried fairly easily. There wasn't like a lot of attempts made. Like, not people aren't going to be going around digging up holes here, generally speaking. So, with a little bit of pointing, you're able to find it without having to do any kind of roll.
On the comm, my character would like to query, ask the captive what would happen if the power cell is disconnected from their distress signal.
I don't know. They might think there was a malfunction. It depends on if anyone's monitoring it right now. Right now, we're not actively broadcasting, so I don't think anyone would be really keeping an eye on it actively.
Is there any opposition to taking the power cell with us?
What do we need it for?
You guys eat. This is our food source. Basically, the droid's version of food.
Are you going to need it for the immediate time period, or can we grab it on our out?
It depends on how long our operation will take. How many days it will take?
Smash and grab type thing. I don't think we're going to be spending more than a couple hours down there.
And the whole setup is portable as well. Like, it's not anchored into the ship. So I mean, if you could move it onto the other ship, even you'd be able to move it with you.
Or on the repulsor sled. I assume
Yeah,
it
or
doesn't
on
take up very
or on
much
the repulsor sled.
encumbrance.
So like you could even keep it hooked up if you wanted.
Alright.
It's not like anchored to anything.
Okay. I will surgically move it to the makeshift repulsor sled.
Is this Gank guy important enough that he would have any kind of passcodes or information on like what the garrison at the camp is like, stuff like that?
He might. You could ask him.
That's what I mean. I'm asking.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, what kind of information do you want? I don't know everything, but I could tell you answers to specific questions.
How many of your how many compatriots do you have that are normally at that camp?
Let's see. There's probably at least another couple dozen of these weak-way over there. I guess there was somebody on the ship that we took. It was weird. They had a weak-way with him who turned on him as soon as they were taken prisoner. It seems. And then there was there's a couple more thugs that that we hired on as we started making a little bit more money off of this operation.
What exactly is your operation here?
We send out this distress beacon. Whoever responds, we try and ambush them and strip their ship, and occasionally, if they're valuable, we ransom back the crew. If they're not valuable, sometimes we sell them off to the huts.
Out of character, or do you guys have any other questions that we want to ask this guy?
Pata sent you a DM real quick.
Okay.
All right. Are you going to store the prisoners on the ship, the shuttle?
Prisoners.
8 points to the gank and the reclays that are bound.
Gank just kind of shrugs, ruffles his wings a little bit. I haven't decided if. Well, I'm not convinced that we need to keep prisoners.
What do I need to roll to determine if there is a reward for turning these guys in somewhere? Maybe they wronged the wrong person.
I'd say Outer Rim, maybe.
I'd say that might not be necessary.
It's obvious.
No, you know how Jaquel went to go get that food?
Yeah.
He's gonna come back. Hey, did y'all get what y'all needed out of them?
Yeah, I think so.
Good. And he's just gonna summarily execute them.
That is efficient.
That's why I had to ask you that, Pata.
Okay.
All right. Gek is going to shrug and hey, TX.
Yes.
You think these cybernetics are worth something?
Oh, absolutely. They are. Let me inspect them. What I got to roll to, or can I just kind of identify them?
Yeah, and you don't have to keep them alive, so I guess it wouldn't be a medicine check to remove them. The cybernetics are there is the cybernetic armor enhancement and gank communicator. Heavy battle armor is what he's wearing. Let's see. He has a cybernetic that grants rapid reaction. So those are the three things he has on him, like implanted in him.
So I relay cybernetic armor, gank communicator, heavy body armor, and a rapid reaction cybernetic.
Oh, cybernetic armor.
Yeah, it's like an armor implant into his body that
So-
grants him extra.
These are valuable, possibly to crew members, other than selling them to a retail.
You also on the bodies there's 3 vibroglaves, three blaster carbines and heavy blaster pistols, and 1 heavy blaster rifle and a vibro knife.
What about
Oh,
the
Jaquel-
vibro polearm? You said they had some type of polearm, like a,
Oh yeah, those are the vibroglaves.
Okay, I would like
Each
to
one of
get
them
one.
had one of those.
Okay, I like one of those.
While they're
Alright.
doing that, Jaquel's gonna go over to where the bodies of the gnolls were, that area.
Okay, yeah, there's a couple of shallow graves over there.
Start digging them up to at least take their tags, so I can bring
Okay.
them back.
Yeah, it looks like
Back
they've
to
been
levels.
stripped of gear. Their tags are still they were just kind of left behind as having little value to the pirates.
He's gonna take their tags so he can bring them back to his uncle's.
All right, yeah, you can manage to do that.
And then
would-
obviously bury him again.
Okay.
Gek's going to kind of approach behind him as he's over there and say, do we want to leave the bodies here? I understand taking those tags is normally something you do when the bodies aren't recoverable. In this case, we have the shuttle right up there on the ridge. We can hopefully return these to whatever their home world is now. I'm assuming Gek would recognize who these guys are.
From the pictures, yes. From the bodies, not recognizable. I mean, they'd be somewhat recognizable, but they've been buried. Well, it's pretty dry, but they've been buried for about 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he would recognize who they are. That these are probably clones or something like that.
He'll stutter his words for a bit, but then he'll be like, they don't have a home world. They're hunted.
Gek just kind of shrugs and says, okay.
Oh, what is Jaquel's morality?
It was 50 up until probably what just happened.
No, I mean, like, what is the concept for its morality?
Oh,
Because don't you pick like what is it motivation?
Yeah,
Cleverness.
No, it's separate. It's a separate morality.
yeah, it's cleverness, and his weakness is guardedness.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think that was a violation of your morality, given your motivation and all that and backstory.
I think the way conflict and stuff like that works tends to be kind of separate from the morality. So actions that would get conflict are going to get conflict regardless.
It wasn't indiscriminate killing, so I'd probably say I was trying to see if it actually would act in your favor as far as morality goes, because of kind of your dedication.
Oh, probably not. That's the balancing act with him, is his morality versus his raising by his uncles. You know, the clone,
Okay.
the alphas, and the one null that was there.
All right. So are we? I don't think we're good. Oh, did you execute all 3 of them?
Unless somebody stopped me, yeah, he was just cold and calculating about it as he was going through.
Yeah, Urdak had a stone cold face when he did it.
Okay. Seems like we're done here then. So we can, take whatever gear that we're not taking with us, go throw it on the shuttle, and then start walking.
All right. So we'll move it over. Just roll me a survival check. You get a success and an advantage automatically. So whoever wants to roll that, and then I'll move us to the next map.
I'm not sure who's the best at that.
I mean, we can all roll. So a success and advantage, you said?
Yes.
So what would be the difficulty?
Well, usually when he calls for a group roll, it means one person gets to roll out of the group.
Oh, group.
I have
Yeah.
one yellow.
I have one yellow, one green.
Yeah, and
I'm
you
the
could
same.
do you guys could do like a skilled assist as well, if you wanted to.
I have 2 green. So it sounds like, does anyone have any ranks in it?
I do.
How many?
1.
All right, so a yellow and green's the best we got.
It seems
All right,
like.
yellow and green, 1 success, 1 advantage.
What is the difficulty?
And I think there was a triumph on a survival roll earlier, so you can actually upgrade it if you want.
Sweet.
If you want to use the advantage that triumph.
I mean, as long as I got enough food for everybody without the triumph, then yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
You got,
ship nearby has food on it too, so like you don't have to worry too much about that.
and you also got a bunch of weak-clay bodies, lots of meat.
So I mean, you can still use it for the food if you want. I was just saying that's out
I'll
there.
use it for that.
All right,
So
so
two yellow.
who's rolling? Someone's being assisted, so I think
Yeah, I'm
Erdak is rolling.
Erdak,
So,
roll 2 yellow, a success and an advantage. We just add to it.
And then we'll say you have the exact coordinates, so I'm going to say it's a 1 purple difficulty.
1 purple. Okay.
It's your roll to lose.
All right.
I also
Oh,
have
he lost it.
an advantage.
Oh yeah, that's right. He does have a success and advantage, so we did it. Yeah.
All right. All right. So yeah, you guys managed to find the next location, and you can approach from the direction you would like to approach from. So, I zoomed out way too much. Let's see. So this is kind of the cliff face, this black part where the cave complex starts. So you'd be able to kind of get to one of these locations. And then you can see kind of below, there are people moving in and out of these caves. There are...
Can you ping which location we're coming from again?
These are the turrets.
We're coming from any direction.
Yeah. I was pinging here because this is like the edge of the cliff. The overhang where the cave complex starts.
Yeah, I think we're probably approaching from up above. How high is this cliff?
Yeah. I think we'd
The cliff is like 50 or 60 feet at its highest points. Also, this here is the Wayfinder class ship, or the Wayfarer class ship.
Oh, okay. So I feel like we should have a stealthy guy go in first to get rid of the guards and get rid of the guards, and then we have the tanks roll up in.
This here is a heavy blaster, like machine gun nest.
Heavy repeater rifle.
Heavy repeater rifle, manned by a crew of EotE. There's a couple of kind of loose EotE, and I think this is a Aqualish here. And,
you didn't hold shift. If you hold shift, it moves the map so we see where you're pointing. If you hold shift.
Yeah. So this here is an Aqualish. This gank you guys already killed at the different location. So I'm gonna drop him off. So that's kind of what you see from where you are on the cliff, as you're kind of peeking down sneakily. You can't really see too much about what's going on in the cave from where your position is, unless someone comes from a different direction.
Okay, so are these guards right here? Are they like on patrol, or are they just standing still?
No, they're kind of patrolling the open area, walking back and forth. Sometimes they're not very vigilant. You know, they're kind of like playing cards or like talking or drinking. But usually there's at least 2 or 3 that are.
Does the console update when they move, does the console graphics representing the guards move as well?
No, the console, even the console graphics didn't show the ship either. It's more like permanent structures that
Oh, okay.
on the console.
Okay. Cool. Well, we got about 3 or 4 minutes left before the 5 o'clock.
I think we should like stop right here.
Yeah, we probably don't have much time to get into anything unless you want to set up something real quick, like a, I don't know, knowledge warfare or something like that.
I mean, yeah, I could do like a knowledge warfare.
Yeah, I want to do a knowledge. Let's do a knowledge warfare check to find the best location to approach from.
So I'm giving. So wait, are you skilled in knowledge warfare? Because
B2 BXs, and I can assist with my intelligence.
Sweet. So wait. Does what are DBXs? BXs?
And I can do speaks binary.
But what are his things?
Well, he's got 1 rank in knowledge warfare.
Ah, okay. Well, since you can do the speaks binary, I think you should do it.
What's the difficulty?
So we find out the best way to enter, and then we start.
What's the difficulty?
Let's see. Difficulty. I'm going to set it at 2 purple, and depending on how many successes and advantages, you can kind of spend those for certain things, whether it's like a boost to your initiatives or. All right, so 3 successes, 2 threats.
Speaks eye for detail, 1 threat, and I take a strike.
All right, so two success, 1 threat. We'll say that you can pinpoint I'll say that you can pinpoint a terminal for the for some of the defenses if you want. Or you can.
I was looking for the best place for us to set up.
The best place, I would say the best place, because when you're looking down there, with knowledge warfare successes, you're able to tell that these weapons are going to be dangerous to the droids of you, but not the organics. They are equipped and outfitted as ion cannon. But the machine gun nest operated by the Weequay, kind of near the cliff face, is a pretty serious threat as well. And if you could drop down on that, that would be beneficial. Where did my machine gun nest go? I don't see it anymore.
I don't know.
That's weird.
Oh, you can add it back for the next time we do this.
Yeah, it was around here. I don't know where it went.
Just on a side note, I believe eye for detail only works on mechanics and computer.
Oh, you are right. It is mechanics and computer tech. Yeah, you're bad. So it is 2 threats. So.
All right. So I'll just say, kind of, he's probably going to have a 7 in his next roll, but just kind of shaken from the amount of effort it took him to come to his conclusions.
Okay, I put a purple dice to remind me.
We'll say that you guys have found kind of a. I'm trying to think what a reasonable benefit for 3 successes on finding a good route of ingress. Does anyone have suggestions?
No, I was thinking for us to
like once we do start combat, everybody can start in cover or something like that.
Or like.
Oh, that doesn't help.
Like when we do a surprise, we're able to like take a maneuver and an action.
How about the best spot for droids and the best spot for organics to be on the map?
There we go.
Yeah, and you guys can actually you guys will be. Do you think it's reasonable to say you guys can place yourselves on the map,
sure.
even off the cliff face when combat starts?
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of using that as superior positioning.
Well, it's 5 o'clock, so
Okay.
we got to wrap this up. What do we do for experience?
So let's see. For experience, I'd say we had some pretty good role-playing moments in there, so I'm going to do 15.
15. Sweet. I'm guessing we're not able to spend it.
No, we're about to start combat.
Not mid-combat. Oh, that's tough, because you guys haven't started combat yet.
No, but we haven't rest. We don't have a spot to rest. We're about to pick up immediately where we left off. So.
Okay, so yeah, you have 15, but you can't spend it.
Yeah, if we weren't right in the middle of about to start combat within like minutes or seconds, that'd be it. But we're kind of in the middle. So, all right. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks for playing.
I enjoyed.